Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine. I'm having a date with somebody tonight.
The evil date with an 8. Good luck with that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
And
so
you?
I see there's a bunch of people on. We've already got a big list of people saying hello. So hello everybody. What were you gonna say there, LockHeat?
I was just gonna say, what are you picking?
Oh, I've got my Tree Niner. This was one that Jay Gabriel made for me. This is Tree Niner, number 39.
Also,
So this is what I'm going to try to pick today. What about you? What have you got there, sir? You got the date with an 8.
And the rest are just my standard comfort locks.
Oh, you know what? We've got the Jay Gabriel special going on because he made date with an 8 too. Yeah. And who do we have here? Lakeview. Hello, Lakeview.
Hello, everyone. How you doing tonight?
Pretty darn good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Today's a little bit of a special stream for me, too, because I've got this.
Oh, yeah. You got your package we sent you.
Yes, the prize, the big prize. So I figured it's the first time I've won something online doing this, so I figured I'd share the open with everybody.
Nice.
Starting with this. Lady Locks for it. What do we got?
Nice. Tons of stickers in there.
LPU. The Lock Picker 1969. Cool sticker, bro.
Really cool. And unfortunately, he can't be here tonight. He said he's got some errands to run, so he said to tell everybody he says hello. And he will be joining us in spirit, I guess.
This is Steve's lock pick. A Steve pick.
I really like Steve's stickers too.
Ooh.
I haven't been
my bad, sorry.
With this stuff. I love that rainbow shimmer effect. That's really cool.
Yeah, yes, Kraken got some nice stickers.
Very cool. I love watching his videos too, man. Those kids crack me up every time. D-Mac, very familiar with his stuff. Oh, the one, the only, host.
Hey.
Very cool. We're all familiar with this loading screen.
Nice.
We'll batch it right up. There we go. Very cool. Oh, Chris Capoon. That's a business card.
Yeah, he had sent me some cards and some smaller stickers, just real tiny, littler ones. So I sent the bigger one, the card.
Very cool. Thank you so much, guys.
And I've gotten a couple more stickers since then, so I might have to make you up a second packet for the ones you missed, because I do have some other ones too.
Yeah, I felt something in the box, but I was not expecting this. This is a 7240. Very cool. Oh, that's wow, the slider.
Good luck on that one.
I was not expecting that. Holy Moses, thank you. Yeah, this is I guess we're gonna break some new ground here tonight, folks. I had one of my confidence locks and I just got a little wiser with the 6-pin. I had that pinned up with the check pin, some lock nude.
Oh boy.
Thank you very much. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna chuck this up now.
By the way, your microphone is a little bit muffled. I'm guessing it's in...
probably because of my phone case.
Yeah,
I apologize.
I,
Probably because of my phone case.
Yeah, or it's in a clamp and covering the microphone, maybe.
Maybe, I'll check. No, it definitely is my phone case. I apologize, folks.
No, no problem.
Okay.
Way better.
There we
Oh
go.
yeah.
Yeah, we got a nice snowfall on the backdrop. I don't know if you probably can't see it from the window. Lift you up a bit here.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
People out there ice fishing. I was out there last Sunday. I was watching the stream, but I had really bad reception, so I couldn't pick along.
I really wasn't kidding about being Lakeview.
Yeah. I was trying to do like a cool stream where I was fishing and picking for everybody at the same time. We need to catch something. But, yeah, the signal and the risk of dropping my phone in the ice and 10 feet down in the freezing water kind of deterred me as well.
Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't want to lose my phone. I'd probably drop it. That'd be my luck.
Oh, yeah, so this slider, I don't know, what do you use? Like regular pick? Do you need flags for these? I've never picked a slider lock in my life.
You know what? They say that you can use like a feeler gauge kind of thing to push them around, or I don't know. I think maybe a pick. I made a pick for a slider lock, but I never was able to pick a slider lock yet. So I really am not the best to advise on that one, but I know you can file down like or a flag even, or I'm not sure. Yeah, that might do it.
I'm gonna try this sweet star here.
That might do it.
So how's everybody's week?
Cold, wet, and six flakes of snow.
Yeah. We've got seasonably warm temperatures here right now where I am in Ontario.
Yeah, they're saying we might get freezing rain where I'm at, which I'm not looking forward to since I'm out on the road all day driving, so that's gonna suck if that's the case. Isaac Cashman said you can just use a short hook for that lock, so if that doesn't work, try just a short hook, I guess. Yeah, I tried making a pick for that. Now, the pick that I tried to make for sliders actually works on all kind of other stuff. So I never got it to work for a slider, but I do use it all the time now.
Yeah, I'm just looking for my Y bar because I have a 50,000 top of keyway from Sparrows, and that's not even wide enough. Like it just slides right over.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of play in that. So I'm gonna go with the wide bar.
Oh, that's a good idea for that. I need to get one of those.
I bought one of those when I first started picking. It was from the Amazon $20 set that everybody gets and says, "Is this a good set?" And
Yeah.
it got me started. But that's the most useful tool that I've had out of that kit is this little wrench.
See, I got ripped off because I didn't get that in my Amazon set. But I never thought I liked my Amazon set. It worked for me on a bunch of locks for the longest time.
Like the Schlag kick cylinders too. What I like to do with them is I'll squeeze the tip together.
Yeah.
And wedge it in there, and it actually holds it in. Plus, you get a little bit of spring back for the feedback. So you're dealing with counter rotation. You don't have to let off as much tension.
That's a pretty good idea on that. Paracentric says, "Poor thing. I feel bad. He had to turn the heat up in the pool where he's at. Poor thing. That's tough." Oh my. Need to turn the heat up outside. Although if I just wait next week, it'll probably be 50 again, so no worries there. We had a day where it was 50, and then the next day it was snowing, so that was last week a couple days. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, we haven't had very much. I'm not familiar with like the Fahrenheit Celsius conversions, but here in Ontario this time of year where I am, we should be having like daytime of negative 10 degrees Celsius, and we're hovering around 0 right now. So about 8 inches of ice out on the water, so it's safe to go out and fish. People are driving ATVs and side-by-sides and everything out there, but 2 years ago, this time, there was pickup trucks out on the lake.
Wow. I get a kick out of that. There's Paracentric.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello.
Nothing much.
What have
I
you
don't-
got
I don't
going
really-
on?
I don't really have a pool, but that's my favorite crack. That's my favorite joke to make with you guys back there. You're under snow, and we're like 70 degrees out here.
I know.
Well, let's see what I got going on. I was going to make a tension wrench here
Ooh.
because I freaked out the last time I was on. I thought I'd lost this little tension wrench I had made about a year and a half ago. Oh my God, this thing is so handy. I use it all the time. As a top of the keyway mostly because I got this little short prong on the top.
Yes,
So-
that's my favorite kind.
And, the long end I can put in the bottom of the keyway to protect the keyway on locks that don't belong to me. And I thought I had lost it. I did find it, so I thought I better make an extra one just in case.
Good thinking. I've got to bend a couple too. I got to make a couple myself. I just haven't. I've started making one, got one of the bends and it decided I wanted it shorter. Thought, you know what? That can be for bottom of keyway. And then I just forgot to finish it. So, but I have this nice one, kind of like the one you're talking about. It's the one I'm using right now. Actually, it fits in for the top of keyway for like Euro cylinders and stuff. Works so nice.
I'm still searching for a little bit longer than standard and a little bit more economic, like a little bend in it or something.
Yeah, I got this little tool to put the bins in there, from a company that shall not be named today. Had this one for a while. Let's see.
I really need to get a new camera set up because it looks like every time that I'm trying to pick, all you guys are seeing in my thumb. Like you guys have your cameras, I guess it looks like most everybody's got them like above their head.
Yeah, LadyLocks normally use her phone, but today is her first day with a webcam as a camera, which is proving a little bit better quality in the field of view. Not always, because phones usually have good cameras on it.
Yeah.
And it's probably mostly due to the internet connection that the image becomes a little bit worse.
Mm-hmm.
But the best thing about a webcam is it can't overheat, at least not in a way a phone does.
Yeah, this thing has a bad habit of overheating, especially once there's about six or more. That's when she starts going into overdrive. It's funny because it's like actually the last time the stream where I won the prize there, I came back on and everybody was congratulating me in the comments. I had no idea, and then I had to rewatch the video to see my name get drawn.
Yeah, mine started. It's just that was starting to kind of die as just quicker and quicker each time, and I was like, one of these times it's gonna go on me right in the middle, and I'm gonna be really mad. So, and then actually, Lee the V sent me this webcam to use, so that was so cool of him.
And then the combination with your headset is a nice improvement on your usually sound and video. So
Good. Glad it's better. Dana Reed says, sorry she's late. She's doing her shopping. Oh, and David
Right.
Wood says, am I doing it wrong or does every picker get periodic cramps in their hand? Well, David, if you're doing it wrong, I'm doing it wrong because my hand's killing me right now. But that's because I was picking that other lock I've been working on, and I was using them too much. But
I cramp up all the time.
yeah, I think anybody else get that?
Generally,
Oh,
when I'm
yeah.
picking in a vise, I don't get cramped up too often. When I pick in hand, that's when I have the most trouble. Just because, you have your grip going around and you're using extra force when you don't need to.
Yeah.
But that when I started picking with the pan of ice here, just everything became really easier.
Perfecto.
You got a twin now. Now it'll be okay if you lose one.
Let's hope not. I can't even bear to throw away the picks I broke.
Right? See,
I might use that for something.
Yeah. Isaac, also, by the way, Isaac says if you ignore the cramp long enough, it starts to go away.
Yeah, it's like an itchy foot when you got your boots on.
And Steve says do some hand stretching every once in a while. Chris gets a sore shoulder too sometimes.
Lockkraken says that a shot of Vegemite helps.
Yeah. He thinks a shot of Vegemite helps for everything, so.
I've heard of that stuff. It sounds nasty. Everybody's reaction is always like either the green pukey face or crying.
It's horrible.
I would like to try doing like the left hand picking and stuff like that. That would be neat. I had never really forced myself to do it, but I think for like somebody's giveaway or a contest, it would be neat to try.
Oh my. That'd be a torturous giveaway.
Or
There was
Everybody
one
to
video
enter,
I
you'd have to
saw
eat Vegemite. Ugh.
when I first started doing the lock sport thing with everyone here. There was a video I watched, and a person had picked a master lock from 14 feet away, and they had a contraption set up with like eye hooks on the ceiling. The tension wrench had a weighted end on it, like with like a nut and bolt combination. And then the pick was supported by a string, and 14 feet away, just pulling on the string, the person was able to set all the pins in the master lock.
That would have been cool to see.
Yeah, it was really neat. I think I'm picking this thing, but I'm not sure. I don't even know what to look for in this. Like, it's wafers, obviously. Sliders. Is there false gates on these, or are they just...
What's that?
This, the slider style locks, do they have, like a false gate? Like something to hang up, or is it just like a standard wafer lock, just cut differently?
I did watch a couple videos on them when I first got one because I really wanted to try to pick one, but I never was successful. And I don't think they have a false gate. I think it's just kind of like you just have to move the slider part up and down until it matches up, with the one gate, I would imagine. I think that's all it has. I'm just really not sure on that.
Okay.
And I was terrible at it when I tried, so.
Yeah, the flag pick seems to be working. I can get a hang of the first slider here, but as soon as I touch the second one, it drops.
Yeah, I'm terrible with those. Parasunchik, have you picked this slider?
I have not. I actually just got a Brady in with those weird sliders this week, and I haven't played with it yet. Kind of looks like, I forgot the name of this one. A 2-bar. I also have a 2-bar here. I think that's a similar kind of mechanism. But it has a big shutter on it, so it made it even more of a pain.
Yeah, this is shutterless here.
Like a double shutter.
Oh, let's see. Isaac
And you have to
said
push-
sliders
yeah.
can have false gates, but not in that lock that you're using, Lakeview. But so I guess that one doesn't have false gates.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Paracentric. I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I was reading it, and I don't know why I read it out loud. Sorry about that.
So that's just what happens when we, well, you know, not a problem. No, that Brady that I ordered, I was just trying to fill out the order I was getting from Amazon so I'd get free shipping. So I ordered like one of those with the nylon shackle. And, but you can't get into the sliders directly. It's like a double shutter. It's like 2 doors closing. And they point kind of inward and down. And you really got to push through that to get to the things.
Oh, my.
So that one's sitting on the nightstand right now. You know, for another day.
I would say I'd probably leave that one go. It has shutters on it. It doesn't want bothered.
I'll just leave you alone. Just send that on and package to somebody.
I would.
Yeah. You're like, oh, what?
That's
You can't pick that
why
one?
that's why poor Lakeview ended up with a slider lock. Look, he's going nuts too. He's trying really hard and it's not working.
Yeah, I'm doubling up tension wrenches here just to get something to work.
Oh man.
So, yeah,
Now I'm gonna
there's,
feel
Hello,
bad for
everyone.
sending it.
got these two. Put these two together, see what happens.
Oh, that might do it. Sometimes
Dix,
doubling
welcome.
them helps.
Hi,
Hi,
Hey,
Dick.
what's
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
We're doing good.
I just
At least-
unpacked.
We keep saying that to ourselves.
I'm hoping it'll come true one time if I just keep repeating it.
I just unpacked the stickers.
Oh, your
another-
stickers, yeah.
Another
Yeah.
sticker show.
Really cool
wow.
stickers in here.
And did you decide what you were gonna put yours on?
I think I will put a transparent mat on the table and put it under it. But
There you go.
need to get it.
That's a good
really
idea
cool
too,
stickers.
because then it's not wearing them off when you put
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
on.
yeah.
That no.
Sure.
That's pretty cool.
It's my setup now.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice looking. Yeah, I didn't
Oh, what?
recognize the
Oh.
background.
Some of the stickers I never saw before. Ah, cool. And from Kraken there are like 3.
Kraken has some nice ones.
Yeah. Oh, this is good. I have no idea where's the cam.
Take your time one. That's a nice one.
Yeah. Oh, for sure this one.
Yeah, the Lady Dragon is amazing.
True.
That's a cool sticker.
The glitter one. You got the
Magic.
glitter one.
Yeah. You know what? I got a really cool login.
Oh, that is a nice one.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You won't believe me how much I paid for it.
Uh-oh, what'd you pay?
15 euros.
15?
Oh,
15
Oh my
euros.
god, install that.
Yeah.
wow.
But I think that the keys are maybe a bit different from those I see online everywhere. Can you see?
I have. Oh no, I don't have that key. Oh yeah, I have one with that key shape. I think.
But it's yeah, I didn't got it yet. But it's a really cool one.
Now, do you know what pins are in that one?
No, I didn't get it yet because.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you didn't get it. You like open it yet.
No, I just got the lock yesterday in the mail. I thought it comes this week, but it was yesterday already in the mail. And
wow.
Then I tried to pick it, but no chance. And then I thought, I go for my Americans again.
Oh, Lakeview, real quick. Let's see, Chris. I'm looking at here. I got some people are giving some advice on the sliders again. Oh, that's not the Brady. That's a trade safe. Okay, and then let's see. I saw another one. I guess this one's repair centric.
I don't have the live channel. I don't see the comments.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I just saw somebody said something here. Oh, Isaac again said, just feel for the sliders that are binding or stiff, then lift. If the slider feels stuck, then it is set into its gate. If it's loose, then ignore it for now and come back to it later.
Oh, okay. Good tip.
Yeah, maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah. I don't know if this is still considered a slider lock or not, this kind with this key.
Oh, I don't even know.
I'm getting clicks.
That's a wild looking key. We need an expert on here.
Oh yeah.
Paging Isaac Hashman. Paging Isaac Hashman. We have a mess on aisle 2.
Yes, we do. Either that or Chris. He knows a lot about every lock too. So one of these two guys. D-Max says that Lockwood looks awesome.
Yeah. I thought absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't believe it that I saw it, and then I thought this is a fake lock. But then I went for it with a bit of risk, and it turned out to be actually a real Lockwood.
It's beautiful. That's a beautiful one.
I just saw Paracentric's comment there. He did a video, or D-Max, or yeah, I do get some of the comments, I guess. Interesting. Not looking at my phone though, folks. I'm looking at this darn lock trying to work.
Yeah, this 2-bar lock also has a similar kind of structure with the key, but not exact. But the same principle, I think you got to push the things down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had. I never had one of those ones. I might have seen it, but I don't think I've ever saw one in person.
Oh, well, guess what you're getting in the mail?
And guess what? One lucky winner is going to get.
You're going to get a 30 millimeter, a 40 millimeter, a 50 millimeter.
Oh, Kraken.
Oh.
What up, Kraken? What's cracking, Kraken? Look, everybody's got your stickers they're pulling out.
Yeah.
Release the Kraken. No one's pulling out any Vegemite, though.
Important stickers here for the time now. All stickers are important.
Yeah, this flag tip is getting stuck very very easily on me. I don't think this is the right tool to use.
Need more time to arrange the stickers than I have time to pick. Oh, cool one.
Why? I'm playing with the light. It's not a party in the bathroom.
That's a new face.
Oh, nice.
Verification. Welcome.
Oh, welcome.
Another Lady Locks sticker. So.
You get them all organized.
Yeah, for now, yes.
I even got your old ones.
I know. I like those ones. I'm gonna have to order a couple more of those ones.
I just started with prop pinning.
What one is that?
This one? This is
Yeah.
an American. This is I can show the key because I opened all my Americans here, but this one just won't open. And I hope you can see it.
Oh wow! Look
I
at that
think
pin.
it's because of the bitting.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I thought, I gonna proc it, and now I'm on the on 4 of 5 pins, and I had really struggled the last 3 pins because I started this from rear to the middle, and as you can see, if you have just 3 pins inside, you have the high, the low, and the mid height.
I found with the 20,000.
That was the most, the hardest part to get with the key over this pin.
I found with American Locks, my favorite pick to use is the high reach in 20,000. With the top of the keyway tension, I can get that pick to slide all the way to the back without touching any of the pins. And it'll also cut each pin without worrying about oversetting anything.
Yeah. What I find really interesting about proc pinning is it's like after the 3rd rotation of changing pins, it's just a really good training for gutting.
Absolutely.
That's really cool thing about it. And you see, I saw different things in this look. And one thing is, I think there are different pick techniques. You see, I pick my Euro cylinder. I think for you it's upside down.
Yeah.
But this way is like
if you ever
so
need
looks-
pins, if you ever need pins or springs, I have a whole kit full of stuff. I've got cylinders, cores, tail pieces. I got all kinds of pins. I got hundreds of springs for American Lock. They're like they were my go-to when I really started getting into it.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to change up your biddings, or
I
if
got
you
a
want,
bunch of refurbished ones.
yeah,
but,
but if you want like
still
extra stuff, you can shoot me a message and I'll send them to you, no problem.
Yeah, no. Right now they are working, but I'm working on getting the last one picked, and I started proctoring it for this purpose. But the real interesting thing is, I think some of you are from the beginning on, you are liver or lure up from this point with your pick. Can you see anything? I need to get it in frame, maybe.
Oh yeah, you pick upside down the
Yeah, I pick upside down first thing.
No, you guys pick upside down.
I need to find my. I found my software. Oh my god, I can't click anything.
Even my European cylinders that I have, I still pick them. With
Ah,
the
I'm able to zoom in. Nice. Now I can show you what I mean. I tried to pick like from here and tried to set all pins without bending my pick from the top side.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you're trying
So,
to. You want to go
I thought
like,
it's
through
too much.
it.
I thought it's too much stress for the pick, but I realized with the proc pinning, I really fast realized that I always overset pin 3, and so I started to pick from the top. With how is this called? How with levering from the edge, and that way it worked way better. But still, you have to pay attention that you don't use too much force. But yeah, after a bit of picking, I think you get a feeling for too much force or too less.
Yeah, it looks like everybody really.
And now
I
it's
swear
like
everybody's
learning
picked the
again.
American lock. At least one, but it looks like a lot of people on here have picked them.
One's good enough.
Milo.
Cross it off the list.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite biddings to pick. It was actually a Master Key 1100 when I got it. Oh, my phone is already overheating. Wow. But yeah, it's got the standard AM5 keyway. But the key, like the bidding was Master Wayford.
Oh wow.
So it's got like a little couple oddball cuts in there that you wouldn't see.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
his phone overheated. He said it was overheating. He got kicked out. Yeah, I think he'll be back when his phone cools down. And he'll probably get that lotto. He'll probably get that lotto open off camera too. And he'll be so mad. That would stink. Yeah, I've picked this lock I'm picking now. I've picked it before, but it's been a while, so it's kind of like a whole new lock again.
Same for me with all locks now.
Think. Okay, yeah, Lakeview said it did overheat. He is cooling it down. He'll try to join back shortly. So.
The only thing of my setup what is bad is I can't see the picture, my desktop anymore.
I actually had to progressive pin that Primus that I picked, and then I finally was able to get it the whole way, and I picked it the whole way pinned, and I keep trying to get it on video, and now I can't get it at all, so I jinxed myself.
Yeah, I know this.
And I took out a couple pins. I still can't get it, so I'm going crazy now. That makes me so mad. Because I worked all the way up to it to have it fully pinned, and it took me a while to do that, so... And I took my time. But... I don't know what happened to it. Is that a 1100 Kraken that you're picking? I think it's an 1100.
I think also it's 1100. A red one.
Yeah, it's an
But doesn't-
1100. I've never actually gotten an 1100 on camera ever.
Oh, wow.
No, go for it.
Heck yeah. What's it called? LockHeat's got it all so that it's
Okay.
able to record. Oh,
And joining you, Kraken.
there you go.
But as LadyLocks said, indeed, everyone that is on screen has a separate recording going on their phone or PC, so a local recording. And after the episode, I get those in the back end of StreamYard. So if you happen to open the lock, but you're not on screen or something, it's saved. So and in full screen, so you can use it for your videos if you want.
That's pretty cool. Oh, Alex said that's totally normal as you're learning the Primus. I'm thankful for that at least. 'Cause that seems like totally normal for me to get a lock and then think I got it figured out and then not have it figured out at all.
I just realized I can just show my lock collection this way. But you don't see anything, but okay. This one is cool. You see it?
Oh yeah. Have you got
Like
that one
those-
open, or did you
No,
try to
no.
learn that? No.
Yeah, I want to learn it, but yeah, I thought first go for other things here. But I got it from Deco, I think, from Netherlands,
Oh wow.
and I not often see those locks here, and so I thought, come, go for it.
There's so many things to do. There's so many things to try to learn and stuff that I feel like I want to learn how to do, and I just never know what to do first, like, or what to do next. You know, then once I get, like, I'll get this one I have figured out, and then I'll be stuck wondering what do I try next now.
Yeah, okay. I think my problem is bigger than yours. Have like here disk container pigs and locks and oh my god, whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to. Let me try one of these.
Well, maybe a good moment to do the shoutouts for this week.
Oh yeah, let's do some shoutouts. I'm trying to figure out what to pick next, so that's a good idea.
So first up is Gordon W. or Gordon W. Locksport. Has 520 subs and some really nice videos.
Oh wow, he's got some dimple locks and everything. He's got everything.
Yeah, got his 500 picking video 2 months ago, so enough stuff to look into
Wow.
if you haven't subbed him yet. Well, as usual, like I always do, the links are in the description. Then Down Under Monkey. For some a well-known name, for other ones a new one.
I actually am ordering a cutaway of the Lockwood from him, I believe. I think that's who it was.
I believe so. And the Vegemite challenge, obviously. As said, the links is in the description. And the last one for today is the Luck Jockey 113 subs.
I think I have all those guys. I think I'm subscribed to all 3 of those. Some good videos in there for sure. Yeah, if you guys have not subscribed to them guys, go check them out for sure. Got some
Or
good
if
videos.
you know somebody that could use a shout out, also pass them on. But those are the shout outs for this week.
Very nice. Whoa. Yeah, everybody's saying there's a lot of good pickers in the shoutouts, so that's cool. What luck are you picking, Paracentric? I know you showed us those other ones, but I can't remember.
Oh, the one I'm picking right now is something I went and saw my lock guy today.
Oh boy.
Yeah. We've.
He has a lock guy too. Wow.
It's a guy in the area. He's a vet. He's been just swallowing up locks his entire life, and he supplies the stores and everything in the area with antique locks and stuff. And I get to see him once a month. We called them flea markets back in the day, but now it's called the vintage market.
Oh,
or the local community college, yeah. And once a month, so I go see him once a month. That's where I got a lot of my really neat locks. I picked up a American 600 round body, chrome finish today. I picked up this Klein Tools with American Keyway.
Oh,
and
wow.
The one I'm working on right now is a pain. This is a vintage Wilson Bohannon. And it is just not showing me any love right now.
That one's really neat looking too.
Yeah, I've never seen a WB like that one. So I don't know how old it is, but it's cool.
That's
1,
neat.
2, 3, 4, 5.
But it's not as neat looking as
So-
that one.
So we'll see how it goes. I'll keep picking away at this one for a little while.
Well, good luck on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Tell
you
me
can
that.
hear me, but I'm not hearing.
Jay!
Can you hear me?
We
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can hear
you
you.
now.
Everybody can hear me.
It's like Cheers. Norm!
And what are you up to today besides trouble? He's obviously up to some big trouble because he can't answer.
With Jay, trouble's certainly a given.
Yeah. He's braiding his hair right now. So.
Oh, you can't hear us. Ah.
Oh, he lost sound. Oh, well, he can still pick. He doesn't need to hear us. Or we don't need to hear him.
Either way.
Oh, I hear something. I thought I heard him.
We can hear him, but he can't hear us.
Ooh. He just got that Master Lock 19 picked last week during the week, wasn't it?
Oh, that was
pretty
killer.
cool. Yeah. I hear they're pretty tough. Have any of you guys picked a 19?
Have not.
No.
They're kind of pricey.
Yeah. I
Master
know.
19?
Yeah. It's like a
Okay, I know.
giant one. It's like a giant master lock.
I always wanted one of
I'm
those
sure
29s.
Chris has like an entire drawer full of 19s.
He probably
Right?
does. He's like, I got
19,
19s.
He's got 1 through 19, you know.
Yeah.
And the 29. Always wanted a 29.
I don't know that I know which one that specifically is.
System 29, it's also a big one, but you can swap out the core.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't even know they made them master locks that big until I can't remember if I saw somebody on Facebook opened one. And that's the first time I saw any 19. And then since then I've seen like a bunch. Isn't that weird? Or it must have seen them but never noticed or something, because now, I mean, that's like
That's the same thing as if you get a new car.
yeah.
Once you get it, you see them everywhere.
Yes, you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Chris says he picked his 19, but he can't find it. It's big enough. It's a shame. And my luck. What's that?
It's the size of his head, but yeah, you can't find it.
And then my luck says he's been lucky enough to pick 2 of them, but the third one is kicking his ass.
And the Lockjack is asking, how do you got a HPC?
No, I don't. No, I don't know. I only ever had the ones with the little thing that slides across. Like, let me see, like this. If I can get this out of the way, like these, then you can slide it very slowly, slide it and pull them out one chamber at a time. But I don't know how you would go about one that doesn't have this. Actually, Paracentric, you sent me one of these that didn't have this, and then I think it was Georgia Jim was nice enough to trade it for me for one that was guttable, so that way I could progressive pin it, because I don't see how I would have ever gotten this even close to getting this open without pulling out some of the pins.
I'm glad that worked out for you.
I can do it, but it's difficult. And Kraken is painting his nails, trying to be the flashiest one on the show. I don't know that I like that, Kraken, but I like your color. Look, he's doing a pretty good job too.
Oh, left-handed
Don't
down.
rush it, Kraken. Don't rush
First time he doing it.
Here's the test, the non-dominant hand. Here we go.
Oh yeah, look, he messed that one up. Oh man. Hurry up, get that.
Uh-oh!
Oh,
Look, his daughter's mad. She's like, Dad, that's mine. Don't be messing it up. Oh my god.
All right, let's just call that close enough, I guess.
Looking good, Kraken. Looking good. And you got the Kraken purple. I like it.
oh man, the paint your nails challenge.
Right?
Now you got to pick a lock.
I think you guys should all sit down with the nail polish and paint them and see who does the best job. Who has the nicest nails when it's all done.
I think LockHeat got that one on lockdown.
Yeah, LockHeat did a real good job that time.
He's been practicing.
He normally keeps his nails done. He just takes it off for the show because I told him I'm the only one that gets to paint my nails on the show. But so he takes it off usually. Dana Reed likes my idea. Has to pick a lock before the polish sets. Oh my.
Well, then all the ladies are going to have to cut their toenails and let the nails fall on the floor of the bathroom.
Isaac said, "Uh-oh." He hears that in at work, he said. Also, Dawn picks about the raffle. There's only 9 days left to get the donations in. There's plenty of fantastic prizes still available. So, yeah, pick a master number 3 while painting your nails. That's a good one. Chris had to tell us he doesn't really paint his nails. In case we were wondering if you did, Chris.
All right, you have to paint Slinky's nails while picking a lock.
There you go. Get Slinky's nails. Poor Chris Bill beat up. She would not tolerate that, probably.
Wow.
Dana Reed said, "Well, at least he didn't say we had to pee on the toilet seat."
Small hint: the tip is that you put the toilet seat up before you pee. That helps.
I'm sure you're programmed for that, LockHeat, with all the women you live with.
Yeah.
Oh my! That's why he does his nails the nicest too, because he lives with we have 4 daughters and married, so he's got lots of he had lots of tips on how to paint his nails. That's why they look so nice. He said, Chris said Slinky don't play that game. He said that was hilarious to me. Oh my god. Oh my. Jay's picking something over there. Let's see. And I think he's getting ready to be back into making challenge locks again.
Oh, these comments, oh my god.
I'm dying over here.
There it is. There's the challenge.
And Terry B. Pickin and Rhino have just joined in. Poor Lakeview said he can only just watch now. I think it's probably because it knows it's gonna record and all that, and it's not letting you join till it actually cools down a while. Or it could be because we were doing that recording thing. Now
Could be, but shouldn't be that much of an impact. I can't disable it during a show, so else I would have done it to test it. But
We'll test it next time and see, but it probably isn't because I think you have to wait after the show to get that to even.
Shouldn't
Yeah, but
make anything on his phone.
it does, but it's still recording on his phone.
Oh, that might be why. Yeah.
Yeah, I always have to take my. I always have to take my phone case. I always have to take my phone case off and run a fan on the phone, or else it just overheats.
Yeah, mine's been really acting up lately too because, like I said, it just every time it seems like I would charge it the full way, and then when we were first doing the show, it would go, and it would, when the show was over, it'd be like 89% left. Then it was like, 62%. Then it was like 50. It just kept going down and down. So it was like not wanting to stay charged. Then that one time it came close to overheating, and I was like, oh no. So I was turning the screen way down, so the screen was kind of like super dark. I couldn't see anything on the phone screen, but it lasted through the show. But I definitely had to switch to just a webcam because it was taking too much of it was just eating my battery. I'm sure it's not good for the phone either,
But that's why I also switched to webcam.
For this kind of stuff, it's a better way, but yeah, you still need a PC or a laptop in a neighborhood.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Rhino
so there are cons and.
I cannot. Oh, it's
hey guys.
Isaac Cat, our other troublemaker.
Oh, good. I thought it was the cops.
You explain a lot.
LockHeat always runs away whenever I come on.
He does. I just noticed.
I usually run away when you have more than 6 on screen because if I put myself back on,
I think you just think I'm smelling.
Well, see, now we have room for 9.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Right. Was the bitting of these keys kill me?
What's that? What'd you say, Dex?
The bitting is killing me.
Oh.
This one.
Yeah, that one looked like a tough one. You might have to pin it with the like that one that's real low, and then maybe one or two different pins instead of just doing it like the first 3, then 4.
Oh, the last 4 now.
Is that what it's on the last 4?
Yeah, I picked the last 3 several times, but with the 4, or with the second one also in, just the first one isn't inside. It's like 10 times harder now.
Yeah, that always drives me nuts how you put in one more pin, and just never expect it to be that much harder, and it always is.
Yeah. So it's my second time now prop pinning it, so I'm learning.
Yes, for sure.
So, Jen, you got your Primus picked, eh? It's pretty crazy.
I did, and now I can't get it open at all.
I mean, just to get it the one time already is a great accomplishment. But it's really nice with those locks because you can, it isolates, right? Anytime a lock isolates like that, it's super convenient and makes it like, in my opinion, it's a different type of fun. I like the ones that don't isolate too, because that's a different type of challenge. But when it isolates, the problem breaks down into a fun to manage way. Like it's first you focus on one problem and then that's dealt with, and you focus on the next problem.
Yeah, I think my problem is I did see your comment, and I did see your comment about how the regular driver pins then become like the hard part, because I think that's what I'm stuck on, to be honest. I really do.
Yeah. Are you stuck on the upper part still?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what I'm stuck on, because I can feel, I actually will pick them and then think I have it picked and then go down to the finger pins and I will feel it literally just clunking in like it just set the whole sidebar. Like I just have a feeling that's what that is, because it's not like a little false set feeling, it's like a bigger feeling, and it rotates a bit, and then I feel like it's getting stuck then on the drivers I didn't pick right. So I'm like, man.
No,
So
no,
I go
no.
back up.
That means that you got the drivers dealt with. They're all standard pins, so if
Well,
you
no,
got that false set.
these ones are all security pins in this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has let me see if I got these last two actually are still in the container. Yeah, this one has,
So it's
this one's serrated, and this last one's a spool, and the rest are also security drivers. They're all different. I don't know if maybe Chris repinned it. I don't know if it comes supposed to come
No,
like
they don't.
that, but
They don't come like that. But either Chris repinned it or it was repinned before. But it can make it more challenging because it's like that. Now it might not isolate like what you said.
yeah, because I mean it did though. The first like few times I was picking it, and especially when I put less pins in it, it was isolating, and then when I actually got it open, it isolated because I got the drivers dealt with first and then picked the sidebar, so it did. And then but it's hard to tell the feedback on the spools, I feel like, because that the sidebar's like blocking the counter rotation almost sometimes, I think. I don't know. Because I really definitely don't feel like there's spools in there. That's why when I opened it and looked, I was surprised there was actually spools in there, because it doesn't feel like a spool pin when you're setting it. So it kind of was throwing.
Yeah, that's because of the sidebar. The sidebar stops it from going into a deeper false set. Typically,
Okay.
like I think, but it should be able to go into like when you pick just the sidebar, it does go into a decent false set. So it should be able to go into a false set if you're just on a spool pin there. I think it really depends on how you pick those upper pins. Like I haven't ever picked a Primus to have security pins, but from my experience with the ones that just have standard pins, the standard pins alone can be challenging just because of the tolerances. So yeah, it's interesting.
And I like I said, there are a couple times I think it could have isolated, but because I thought I had them picked but didn't, that, you know, then when I felt that kind of like the sidebar kind of picked, like I picked that part, then I went back up to the top, and then I definitely got like a nice deep false set, but then I felt like the sidebar needed picked. It obviously needed picked again, so I'm just kind of, I think it's kind of like when it's moving enough to bump out, you know, bump that back out again, and you have to set the fingerprints again. So I'm kind of going back and forth, but I should be able to pick the drivers first and then the sidebar, because that's what I did a bunch of times so far. So, but I think I'm just having trouble with the drivers at this point, and
Just keep going back and forth to them.
What's that?
Just keep going back and forth with them, because I think also looking at your key, it was pretty tricky bidding too. So like what you said, it might be tricky to set some of those pins. I have one around here I wanted to show you. I can find the key. Bunch of them here. Where did I put that one?
Oh, that's because of that. Oops. Yeah, I actually took well, you saw I took the two pins out of it, but
I think Kraken is going for a Michael.
Looks like
here.
By the way, I just figured that we're now 1 hour and 10 minutes in, and we haven't had one open yet.
Yeah. We are
Oh no,
bad
I
today.
got a bunch of opens. Oh yeah.
So that's the bidding that I have on one of mine.
Yeah, that doesn't look like much fun.
This one's a
Not
really
one
tricky
bit.
one. Yeah. This is pretty much as hard as it can get in terms of the
Yeah.
upper pin bidding.
Yeah, this one's kind of. This one's like the first couple are okay, but then you get it towards the back, and they kind of start doing that up and down kind of. That
Yeah.
last one setting so high is hard to get to because it's just so far back and up.
Yeah, yours
It's
is
just-
also pretty much on the more difficult end as well.
Well, he picked
Shazam!
me a good one. You got it?
Well, I got something else.
Oh, oh congratulations.
Kraken got a
Oh
couple
my
open.
god.
Kraken's killing the Master Lock with his painted nails. I love it.
By the way, here's
Yeah,
mine.
rolled.
Oh, yeah, that one looks yucky too.
Yeah.
You know it because it's yours. I got it from you.
That one's not going to be fun. Yeah, this is not a good time.
Who left?
Someone snuck out.
Oh,
Jay,
Jay,
was that Jay?
Yeah.
Jay left us.
Oh, I didn't even. Did he not have his mic on?
No, he muted it because he can't even hear us. At least that was he telling us.
Oh, this
I
one.
think
will
I
be
came in
fun.
around the same time as him, so that's why I didn't even catch him.
I just searched for a crazy key, and I think my Roko Garant will be fun in the future.
Oh, nice job, Jay. Jay
Oh,
just
my.
said that he
So this one will be a pain.
That
Oh,
looks
BKS,
horrible.
nice.
yeah, that's definitely gonna be tricky.
Yeah.
Jay just said he
Oh,
picked
man.
his BKS.
It's all
Oh,
that I have.
congratulations.
Yeah, the Ruko Garant is also really hard lock.
Yeah. I think this one is with maybe gins or it has barrels. I don't know.
Yeah.
One of those
You know
has
if it's
barrels, one has spools.
New or old?
Gins. Sorry. What?
Do you know if it's new or old?
I know that one is pinned with gins and one is pinned with barrels. This one should be gins maybe, and the other one is barrels. They are from Jagiers and he pinned them before, I guess. Or he switched the course of them. But I can't say which has the gins and which has the spools right now.
Interesting. Well, try picking and then you'll know.
Yeah, sure. Maybe at a later point.
Also, sometimes you can even just see, like, if it's a short key pin in the front. Let's see your key again really quick.
Yeah, I tried it.
Is it a high lift in the front?
Yeah, it is.
So then that means you might be able to just look in the keyway and see the first
yeah, but
pin.
I see just the high key pin, not the driver.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Sorry.
I think. I can't say for sure. But I know one is with gins and one is with barrels. But now back to the small problems.
You'll get it eventually. Especially because you've picked a bunch of different Americans. So you're
Yeah,
on a
but-
roll with those.
This here is strange.
You know what, Isaac? Now that I, like you said, you just try to go back and forth, I was able to get it.
Oh, you picked it?
Yeah, but not with all the pins. I still have I took out the other two of the drivers because I was trying to see what was messing me up. But I think
But still,
that's what it was.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I think LockHeat, that's worthy of a crazy clown woohoo.
There it is. That laugh is what I hear when I'm trying to pick something and it won't open. I swear that's what it sounds it makes. They all have something weird to say to me too, and in my head.
I heard you referencing before how I said before, like I can hear that sound when I'm working the uh-oh sound.
Yeah.
And you're about to say in my dreams, and it's true. In my dream, I do hear it in my dreams too. I wake up all of a sudden, I like think that there's some crazy clown in the corner of my room. You know,
we're scarring people now. We need to stop. We're gonna be like, "Where's Isaac? He's in the corner still. Yet another nightmare."
I just need a second, guys.
Oh my! That's
Every time I hear that sound, I run away.
Every time you drop a pin, you're looking around waiting to hear it.
Exactly. Oh, speaking of which, by the way, so this week I was cleaning out the Primus for that key I just showed you because it was all dirty and everything.
Yeah.
And as I was cleaning it, I dropped a driver pin. And I was looking around for it, and it's just a driver pin, but it's there are specific sizes for the key pins, and I didn't want to have to go through the trouble of having to replace it, but I was looking for it. I wanted to find it. First of all, I was scared that LockHeat was gonna uh-oh me. But when I was looking for it, I ended up finding a little spring. I'm scared to take out the spring because I know I'm probably going to end up dropping it or something and losing it as I'm telling you this story.
Right.
But I found this spring for this West 916 that I was looking for that I just... it's one of these little small ones. The top ones are all mangled, but I'm replacing those. But one of the small ones on the bottom, it just disappeared. I was putting it in the tray here, and it just disappeared. And I didn't know where it went. I had no idea. I have a mess around, and as you guys can see, just from the little clip of my space, But
that's crazy. You actually found that too.
So I found that. Plus, I found the driver pin. So then I was working on it. What's that?
Normally you find one item and not the one you're searching.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, this spring I lost 2 weeks ago or something too. So it was a while back. But it gets even better. So I was continuing to clean it, and I dropped. Maybe the same one or another driver pin again.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, not again. And this time I couldn't find it. I was looking, and I tried to see if I started moving things around, and guess what I found? I found I found that little ball bearing from like a month
No,
ago.
you didn't.
Like this is the replacement one, but I already put it back in the gold Z. But that one that went flying out of the gold Z from like a month ago, I
insane.
found that little 2 millimeter ball bearing,
Oh my
and
gosh.
I also found the driver pin as well. So
Oh man. Yeah, I'd be afraid to drop anything else now because that's like.
no, the opposite. Now the lesson of the story is drop stuff, because then you'll find other stuff.
Yeah, you'll find the old stuff you lost before.
If you drop something and you don't find it, just drop something else, and then you'll eventually end up finding some of the stuff that you dropped.
I find a real loud snap in my vacuum every time I'm like, man, I know that's something I dropped. I hate hearing that sound now because I know what it is. I'm like, oh, there's that spring. And it's gone after that.
And people tell me, like, first of all, either use a magnet, and I'm like, do you know how many metal things I have around here? It's just clog the magnet and be impossible to see. Anyways, and then also there's the idea with the vacuum and the sock and stuff, and it's the same thing, It's just,
oh man.
It's a sign I need to clean my stuff. It's the reality. It just shows that I'm living in a mess.
No, it shows that you really, really want to make sure to find those later. So you're like intentionally not cleaning that spot just for that reason.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what?
Yeah,
I might need a spring one day, and there will be one down there.
Hey, you know what? I feel a lot better now. I think you're right.
Oh my, that's crazy. You found that ball bearing of all things.
Yeah.
Well, I was afraid because I actually reached out and asked Picksmith if he could send me a couple of the finger pin springs that he has, because I thought to myself, you're gonna lose one. It's gonna happen, because I just keep having to like progressive pin this, and I just kept thinking every time I open this up, I'm just asking to lose one of these springs. Like, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen probably when I finally am able to fully pin it and I'm all excited to try it. And that's when it's gonna happen. So I asked him if he could send me a couple when he has a chance, and he's like, sure. And then I thought to myself, oh, why did you ask him? Because I bet you I'm just waiting to lose one now, because I had to have jinxed myself just then. Like, I just had to have.
I'm reading back through some of the comments, and I just wanted to mention, first of all, Chris was saying that he didn't notice that the Primus was pinned up that way. He offered to send you another one if you like. I think that's a nice challenge. That's an interesting challenge. It's definitely not the typical Primus, but it's still an interesting challenge, and it'll make you better picker regardless.
Oh yeah, I'm on it.
Plus,
now.
you already
That's
have your
fun.
brown belt anyway, so it's not like you need it for a belt or anything.
Yeah,
right?
no, I'm fine with it, Chris. I appreciate just that you sent it to me. That was super cool of you, and I'm on it now, so I'll get her done.
Plus, I'm sure you'll come across more Primuses. They're relatively common.
I think Picksmith said he found one that didn't have a key or something like that. He was gonna send me too, so I'll have an extra for to pick one with that's more of what they come like. So I don't mind it having security drivers. It might actually be a little bit easier for me this way, because I hate picking standard pins. Although after the 72 Master Locks Leda V sent, I picked every single one of those. So I brushed up on my standard pins. I got to work out on my standard pin picking. So. Also,
Lakeview asked an interesting question to the chat. A couple people answered. What has been the most exciting part of lock sport for you all? Was some interesting
meeting the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
I think it's meeting the people and the big variety of things you can do with lock sports. It brings me to handworking stuff and making my own pinning board and doing a challenge lock, for example. I still have to do this, but it's for someone who never worked with hands, with a hand file or something, just doing home stuff like hanging up a frame or so. It's really cool to get into it.
For sure.
Yeah. And also I like the part of if you are tired of picking, you always can like gutting or doing stuff for it.
Right, yeah. Yeah, there's so much other stuff you could do,
so
like
so
you
much
said.
stuff you can do.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that now they were talking about like some gutting mishaps. Jay had a problem with the biaxle. Chris lost a multi-lock spring. Who else was it? Was saying
Gutting.
Don Pix was spending like hours looking for a spring, and he found it in his pocket in his jeans the next day. It was basically like
that would be funny.
I
I think it's more amazing when you find them. When you find something like that tiny, when you find it again, I just get a kick out of it. Like, how in the world could you find that again? But there it is.
Oh, and Lakeview just found his last spring for his EGS that he exploded. Oh, I don't know when, but
Oh, that's good. Oh, Jay's gonna add some finger.
oh, not spring. Sorry,
springs.
driver pin.
Do you guys still shim every time if you got a lock, or you are so comfortable that you say, I don't need shim?
It depends on what the lock is.
I started with proc pinning and I shim it every time. I think.
Me too.
There's a notch in the plug, and if I pull it out without having it shimmed it will definitely catch the rim on the edge.
On which lock?
It's on the Americans. I can fail everywhere.
Oh yeah, that little
Well,
ledge at the end.
Let me grab one and I'll prove you wrong. I'll prove you wrong. Let me go grab my pinning stuff. One sec.
I shim everything because I'm just terrified of losing stuff, and even when I shim stuff, sometimes I still mess it up.
Yeah, but I think with proc pinning, you are you are getting so often a lock that you really get fast and comfortable with it.
Right. I think them ledges on the Americans, if you do it fast, I think it doesn't get stuck. I don't know. I can't remember. But I'm just
it's not about speed. It's that
you have to have the half moon on the bottom, definitely. But maybe also with the key in or so.
I don't know. I want
Here,
to
I'll
see
show
that.
you.
You can block the gap there.
Oh.
Isaac will show now.
Honestly, the gap is not big enough for the pins to drop into.
I think you're wrong.
Well, we'll see.
If
I'm wrong,
happen,
then
it's gonna happen to me. So you guys should let
then
me
the
try
crazy
the
clown will
experiment.
be. Well, if I'm wrong, the crazy clown will be coming after me.
I had an American. No, not an American. An Abus. What was it? It was an 8350 or so. So an Abus Rocks, and I failed with this, and I had struggled to get the pin out. Yeah.
So, by the way, a trick I do to get the C-clip off when it's picked, so that way I don't need to worry about relocking it, is relocking it upside down. You just have to be careful that you don't drop the key pins out the top. And then you can, I like to use a more limber tensioner here. And then you can
just put it into the
spin
groove
it.
of the keyway.
Yeah, exactly, same. And then after you get it into the groove in the bottom, then you can.
Yeah, right. Right. But that's only impossible on American says it seems.
It
Because I
depends. You're right. It's only possible on Americans and some other locks, but some locks it's not possible. Yeah.
Specifically, specific to the block, yeah.
Okay, so now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I am watching.
Okay, so now I have to turn it so the thicker groove is at the top because I don't want there to be a gap here. So I have to turn it because typically when we pick it, it's going to be actually the other way.
I definitely failed once.
Just have to turn it. First,
there are also followers which have the right shape to cover this gap, but I don't have a follower like that.
Like if this one is not the right shape here, but when you pick it, you're going to be picking it clockwise, so it's going to be like that, and then the plug will be like this. There's going to be that gap, so you're going to have to turn it, and you don't want to relock it, so you turn it upside down. Then be careful that the key pins don't fall out, because if it's upside down, the key pins will fall out like that. If they do, just put them back in. If you're not sure what the order is, then don't worry for now. Just keep them to the side, and you can check that after once you have the plug out. So then you're going to want to go with your pick, push all the driver pins up out of the keyway, and then you should be able to turn it. Here, I don't want to put those key pin back in. Hold it this way so that it doesn't fall out.
Sometimes you must.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's to the right side here. I can take my follower, and you're talking about the notch. That's you can kind of just barely see it at the very on the inside there, right? So first of all, hold it this way so the key pins don't fall out. Nice and slow. You see? I'm doing it slowly. Look,
he's performing black magic right now, guys. Just know that.
And look, there is that notch.
I better bless myself.
So it's
I can do it.
Well, I'll be darned.
Yeah. So you can do it slowly, but you can also do it. Don't do it fast. I'm gonna end up messing it up. I'm just gonna show like how you can do it fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's as fast as I'm willing to go. I don't want to mess anything up. But I'll just.
But if you
show
don't know
my
about
point a
lock,
bit further.
better use a shim.
Exactly. Any lock that I know about or that I'm comfortable how it works, I'll do that. But if I don't know, then I'll use a shim.
And then they change the lock.
So, as you can see, here, I'll get it a bit closer so you can see the guts. What's that?
I never tried it this way. Me stupid again.
You see, it's not able to fit in that gap. If it was a T-pin, so like if someone makes an American 1100 a challenge lock out of one, and they turn like a driver pin into a T-pin, and someone was asking before what a T-pin was, and I explained in the chat, but what I was saying is that there's a lower lip on the bottom of the spool. So if there's no lip there, then that's a T-pin, essentially, because it's kind of like the shape of a T.
Oh.
So if that's the case...
Now I get what's a T, yeah.
Yeah, so in that case, it will fall into that because the bottom diameter is going to be small enough to fit in, and then it would get stuck. Yeah. So if it's a challenge lock or something like that, where you don't know what kind of driver pins are in there, then definitely shim it. But otherwise, you can... if it's just in a regular American 1100, it'll only be the serrated spools or the serrated pins, so those won't
but on
get
other
stuck.
locks there could also be are those not trap pins, but so like holes from the sides.
Yeah, like construction keying, like the construction holes for the ball bearings, or other, just in general, other like trap holes and stuff. One other point I want to bring up is if you look really carefully, there's a notch on the front You see how it's a little bit indented outwards as opposed to on the back, it's just flush. I wasn't paying attention to that one time when I was like first learning about these locks, and I repinned it and I put it back together this way. And the thing is, it will still lock, and the key will still work when the lock is not in the actual body. But once you actually put it in the body, I'll try to show you guys. Once you actually put it into the body, then this part will push up against the back, and then this plate will push up against the face. So if this is sticking out a little bit, if it was flipped around, then it would be it would force it just slightly a little bit longer than it's designed to be, because it's actually this part that's touching up against the back. So it's, anyways, it's hard to explain, but basically once you start to screw this plate on, if you put this in backwards, it starts to bind up the lock like as if it's pushing on this really tight. And then it's so tight because you screwed it in that you can't actually lift the pins. They get stuck. It's too much tension. And if you lock it like that, then there's no way to unlock it. So just be careful. Like always, every single time you are gutting a padlock like this or putting them back together. Okay, so first I gotta get my clip on. You always need to do this final step before you actually relock the padlock. So first put everything in place like as if it's locked, but then you don't screw it in. You leave the screw out. And first you're gonna, I don't have a key, but you would test it with the key, and then you would lock it, and then you would test it without the key, and then you would know. And if it doesn't, if it's like putting a lot of pressure, or if you feel like it's sticking up at all or not going in flush, then you can just pop that off. You know that this plate will come off, and then you can just take this out, and you can just unlock the lock with a screwdriver or something. So that way you don't get yourself in trouble.
See, that's a great trick. That's a great trick about the screw. I never thought of that, and that's
sometimes
pretty cool.
I don't know whether it's on the Americans, but sometimes it's just like a logic puzzle to get it back together.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to put the core in, then the plates, and sometimes if it's a retaining key, then you have to have like a right order to do it. If you don't do it in the right order, then the key is stuck and you can't get the plate on, or the lock closed, or the screw in. It's strange.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think with the plug, I came also along this and saw this lip on front and thought, oh fuck, what is the front? And I turned it and I thought, oh shit, man, what is the front?
Oh goodness. The stuff we mess up trying to figure things out.
Yeah. But I think in the end, this lip in the front is just that the core is, if the core is also put in the body, or not in the body, in the, what is it? The plug is in what is the plug? The cylinder?
The housing. What do you?
Yeah, in the housing.
The plug.
Right.
Yeah.
If you put the plug in the housing, it's just that the front is flush with the slip. Or
they need to make like a song for locks, and then we'll all remember all the terms.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a nursery rhyme or something. About all the terminology.
You can rap it.
The cylinder goes in the housing. The housing goes in the lock body. Lock body goes in the door.
Chris is just in time for the song. We're gonna record that. That was solid gold, Isaac.
What's correct doing?
See, mine, I mark the fronts of my locks. I just put a color on them, so I always know what the front is, and it just makes it easier that way.
Yep.
But
So I took this one apart and was like, wait a minute. And thankfully, I always put, when I do the follower, I always put the one with this side of the double-sided, like this side of it through the back. So that's the only way I knew which way was the front of the lock, because I forgot. And I was like, no.
Oh, by the way, take care, Jay. He said he had to hop off.
Well, thanks for coming by, even though you couldn't hear us. But we're glad you got that one open on. That was a good win for him.
Is Kraken playing Zelda?
What's that?
The other thing about dropping springs and pins, I'm going to show you. If I drop a spring or a pin, this is where it goes. Into that mess. Okay? Or it could go under the table. Or it could go over here.
Oh, man.
I mean, I've found springs inside of other locks and been picking the other lock and saying, what the hell is going on?
That's funny. Oh, my.
So I'm very careful not to drop springs. Now, is my sound too loud or too whatever? Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to practice with my red Primus.
Well, while you do that, why don't we take a look at all the giveaways that are going on? My
phone was cutting out, so I missed that. But what's this red Primus?
Oh, well, just this. I'm working on two different ones. So one of them has a blue stripe on the front, and one of them has a red stripe on the front.
Oh, I see. And that's how
one's a Primus, and one's a Everest Primus, or Primus Everest.
Oh, I see.
Not that I'm going to ever get it. Huh?
Why'd you say that?
I don't know, because I've been 2 weeks on it, and I'm still on 3 top pins.
When I first learned about multi-lock, not learned, learned how to pick multi-lock, was when I was, I was really keen in lock sport and really wanting to progress, and I was learning the basics. I had reached out to my boss at the time, wasn't my boss, and I asked him if he had any locks that I could buy off of him for cheap, any old locks or whatever, and also that I was interested in apprenticing. And so he was interested in, my message. It was not something he was used to seeing all the time, but it was, he's also a working guy, and he was not sure how seriously to take it. So he's like, you know what, I have a box of locks. If you want, you can take this box of locks, and then when you're done at first he asked me why I wanted the locks. I told him straight up, I was like, I wanted to pick them or practice picking. And then he's like, oh, cool. So I could tell he's a cool guy right away. And he's like, yeah, sure, here, I have a box of locks, and you can just pick it up, and then when you're done, bring it back, and then you can just bring them back, and then I'll give you another box. And I didn't know at the time, but this was actually helping him, because he could then repin those locks and then reuse those locks, right?
Right.
So he was, he's like just thinking, okay, well, I'll just see if he has any skill, and then if he can pick the locks, then I can just repin them and reuse them. So anyways, this kept going on. The first box, I had picked all the locks that night and then returned them to him that same night. And so he gave me another box the next day, and then this went on for a week or something, and 2 weeks, whatever. Then eventually gave me a multi-lock, and he met me outside, because before that he was just leaving the box of locks under his tree, and it was like at night. He's like, "Don't make sure not to wake up my family. Be like a ninja. Don't take don't like let anybody see you."
Oh
You
my
know,
god.
I was like, "Oh, okay." This is like making it kind of fun. And then he would like send me emojis of like a ninja sign, and he was like, "Good job."
Covert exchange. I love it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so eventually he met me outside to actually give me the multi-lock. He's like, "Here, if you can pick this, then you're hired." And I was like,
Wow.
"Oh my God." And I had known what a multi-lock was because at this point I was looking at those locks because I was a blue belt in the lock sport community, and I was, you know, wanting to get my purple belt, and it was ranked at the purple belt level at the time. And I was thinking, like, it was a lock I had also seen when I was younger because my family's from Israel, so we would see multi-locks all the time there. So it was a lock I was interested in for sure. And so I was thinking, like, where could I find one of those locks? I was looking around, like, who sells multi-locks in my city. And then he just gave me one, and I was like, okay. I started to felt like a kid on Christmas, basically. And I don't even celebrate Christmas. What's that?
That's awesome. That connection, and then you were going to say something about it. How long it took you?
Yeah. So I needed to give you the backstory just to kind of build up a little bit what the context. So I was working on. I went home that night and I started working on it. And first of all, I bricked the lock that night. I hadn't even asked him if I could take it apart. I didn't think about that until after I bricked it, and I was like, "Oh shit! Okay, I should have at least asked him if I can, take it apart and stuff." And I was so, I thought like, "Okay, I blew it. This was my chance, and I blew it." But I stayed up all night talking with the guys in Discord and trying to figure out different strategies, and eventually I unbricked it. And it wasn't easy, but I got it unbricked. I started practicing it, day to day after that, but I didn't have the right tools. So that was the first hurdle. I needed to make a tool, but then I tried to make a tool. I think I showed it one time here. I have here. This is the first dimple flag that I tried to make, and it's way too long, like super flimsy and all twisted, and definitely not usable. And I right away, especially as a beginner and didn't know how to pick the locks, it just wasn't getting me anywhere. So I just basically didn't get too far with that. I ordered some tools. I got these Huck picks, and they came like this pretty much. And I used actually this number 5, not this exact one, but it turned out to be too wide. I didn't know at the time, but I spent like two or 3 weeks, whatever, 2 weeks, I think, like banging my head on the lock with this like pick. And I wasn't making, I was able to pick it with 3 pins. And for anyone who picks multi-locks, it goes into a really deep false set sometimes when you're close to the end. So I was able to get that to happen with 2 pins, but not with 3 pins. With 3 pins, it would just open. And I wasn't sure what was going on. Whenever I'd put 4 pins or more, I just couldn't get anywhere. And I realized that eventually, like, I almost gave up. I swear, I felt like crying a lot, like, throughout that month, because I felt like I didn't know what to do, like, I felt like I tried everything. I spent hours on it, like, every day, like, up to 10 hours. I took some days off because I just couldn't keep going at it, and it's just mentally draining. Up until this point, I had such a good, track record, just burning through locks, and the longest I was stumped by a lock was like a week. But then I felt really stuck with this. I took a step back. I bit on my own ego, because I think that was a big part of it, was that like I was telling myself that I should do it and that I needed this so badly and all of that. I just put all of that aside, and I just took apart the lock. I started measuring the pins inside, like with my pick, and seeing if it could fit in the inner pins. And I started to realize where the problem was. And I also measured like how when I put the pick into the keyway, if you look like the pins here, you can kind of see how they're you can see them there. And if you actually put the tool in, after I passed them, if you look, it's kind of hard to see, but that first pin is still lifted by the thickness of the shaft. So if I have any low cut pins that are supposed to be lower, then the shaft would be overlifting them. So if I had high cut pins, I could have gotten away with it, but I didn't. I think this was actually the key that I had for that lock. This is the exact one. So
wow, yeah, okay.
I had some like really low cuts in the back, that especially on 4 and 5, but also even just that first one right there was low enough that the shaft, I think, was overlifting it. Anyways,
Right.
long story
Crushing
short,
diet.
yeah, I spent like a day filing the pick to try to figure out the perfect dimensions, and then I went back to it, and then I picked it with 3 pins, but this time it went into the deep false set with 3 pins. So I felt like, okay, this is different, you know? So I tried that a few more times, and then I put in 4 pins, and then I actually got it with 4 pins. So then I was like, my heart started pounding. I was like, okay, now I need to like set up the camera and maybe try one more time with 4 pins. But I don't think I did. I think I was just so excited. I was like, I'm gonna go all in with 5 pins and start recording, and I did. And I caught my reaction on film, because the video I posted on my YouTube channel is actually the very first time I ever picked a multi-lock, and my reaction was like, oh my god, it's in the deep falls set. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, just relax, just breathe, just breathe. And then I got it, I'm like, yes! And then my sister like heard me yelling, and she's like, Isaac, are you okay? I'm like, I got it. And she's like, she knew that I was doing the video because I had, you know, spent all month on this, and my family knew what I was working on. So she was like, you could hear her gasp in the background. She's like, oh, and then she just goes quiet. And she knows I'm finishing the video. So anyways, long story short, and I've had similar experiences with more locks moving on past them, like the ASA 700 or the ASA Twin Exclusive or multi-lock MT5 Plus, and the list goes on. Like pretty much any of the higher security locks that are hard, you know, I had to spend a decent amount of time learning how it works and taking it apart and measuring tools and making tools and progressive pinning, and that's just what you got to do to become good, you know. But it's not because what's that?
It's not because you suck. It's because you really need to learn that lock and have the best knowledge and tools to, you know, conquer it.
Yeah, everybody sucks at first. You know, I sucked at first, but everybody, you know, who takes the time to break apart the problem into manageable steps, even people with physical issues, you know, you just have to figure out how to work around specific barriers that you have, and
yes.
Then you can make. I've seen people, like one of my biggest inspirations in lock sport is A Monitor Darkly. If you watch any of his videos, you can see his hands are shaking like the whole time. And
who is that? Say it again.
A Monitor Darkly, but he picks like the hardest locks that you can imagine. Like he has and he's done so many of them too, like more than me by a long shot.
Kind of like
Georgia very
Jim.
very high, even more than Georgia Jim, I think.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean Georgia Jim has a lot of locks that he's picked at this point now.
I mean, Georgia
over
Jim
the last year especially, Georgia Jim has exploded. But A Monitor Darkly is an OG. He's had like videos up for the last 5 years or so or longer, you know, of picking some of these hard locks.
We'll have to get him on our shout out so we can all find him.
Yeah, totally.
I'm searching, but that was a new name for me.
His hands are shaking the whole time, and so you're thinking, like, when you see that, you're like, how can he control the tension and the feeling of where his pick is and be so precise? But the locks that he's picking, you have to be super precise, and he's able to do it. It's amazing. So, anyways,
I've done some of that over a lot of the locks I've picked, and you just sort of get beyond that, do the lock, fall apart in between, you know, picking and gutting, and freak out, and then get your composure again and gut it so you don't screw it up, and then you're through.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah.
also the feeling when you get it after all of that work that you put in is just so rewarding. Like I can't describe that, exhilaration that you work on something so hard, and that only comes from working on something so hard.
Yeah,
You can't
I
get
feel like.
that excited if you don't work so hard on
Yep.
something.
I was just gonna say, I feel like I get happier when I get a lock that I've been working on for way longer. It's just like way better when you finally get it open.
Like, I'll give an example. The M heart is like considered a huge pain in the butt for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And rank at the black belt level and everything. And I started, I got one and I started working on it. I couldn't figure it out at first. This is the M heart, by the way. It has like interlocking pins and has like it looks kind of normal on top, but then you see the bottom of the key and you notice something weird is up. The pins interlock, they dovetail together, and especially if it's mastered, it can be weird. But anyways, I took this lock apart and started progressive pinning it, and every stage of progressive pinning opened within 2 seconds, up until I got to 4 pins, and then it opened in 2 seconds, and 5 pins, and then it opened in 2 seconds, and then 6 pins, it opened in 2 seconds. I was like, what the heck? Not 2 seconds, but like 30 seconds. I had it fully pinned, and up to this point, even not too long ago on the show, I picked it just with the Jimmy Long picks. But basically, I had learned it in a matter of a day or something like that, and it just felt, exciting that I got the M-Hard, especially since people consider it as a really hard lock. But it also felt like, I don't know, like I felt like I kind of, cheated in a way. I don't know how I cheated, but it feels like not authentic.
You did what you had to do, and so it's not cheating. Doing what you have to do to learn it, it's not cheating.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I feel like I cheated because the lock is so hard and it wasn't hard for me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I think I think part of it is maybe I got an easy lock, so I need to get some more M hearts, which I have some more coming on the way to test out my theory. Or the other thing is I came up with some new strategy that works really well for picking these locks.
Cool.
So I don't know, like either way, if that's the case, then that's a little bit more exciting. But the point is, if you work really hard, like if I spent 2 or 3 weeks on this lock, when I had picked it for the first time, I would have been like, oh yes, like with the Miwa U9, when I finally picked that for the first time, I got the same, like, it's like, yes, that same feeling. But when I picked the M heart for the first time, I was just like, oh, that's awesome. So it was a little less exhilarating.
And who just showed up? I can't read it. Very tiny.
We're doing a basil challenge?
Who is this? I can't read it. Who is that, LockHeat?
Even Fleur.
Even Fleur. Oh, goodness. Well, welcome.
Be right back. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Oh, I gotta plug in my computer.
It's a nice moment to do the giveaways. It was all on screen a while.
Oh, yes. Let's do a giveaways. Who do we got?
We don't have any.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I didn't. I don't know any new giveaways. At least I didn't saw them. So
okay.
It's the same list as last week.
Okay.
The usual suspect, the Lockpicker 1969, is doing these weekly giveaways, as well as Nice Locks. So, if you haven't, do check out their channels. Right. Then Lady Locks is still doing her 400 subs giveaway.
Yes.
That'll be running until the 25th.
Coming up.
If you want some pink stuff, go with.
No, you get your own colors.
No, it's got to be pink.
That would be really so mean.
Make it pink.
Then separate, the Lockpicker 1969 is doing his t-shirt giveaway.
Hello, everybody.
Yes. Oh, we can hear you. We were just in the middle of doing our giveaways, but we can hear you.
Hey, Fleur. How's it going, buddy?
Awesome.
And last but not least, the theoretically secure is doing one
My
other subs
audio is
giveaway.
didn't a lot delayed.
Yeah, she's cool. Oh, gotta plug in.
Delayed. Okay.
Oops.
We are still waiting for a few more videos before she is going to end it. So make sure you follow her
Keep
channel.
watching.
Yeah, for sure.
And those are it for today, for this week.
Right.
Awesome.
Do we have some interest in a newbie giveaway in the chat? If you want, if you have at least 3 people that want to do a newbie pack, just shout out.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Just put in the
but we do have
comments
a-
if you want us to do that. Yeah.
But we do
Otherwise,
have a
I'll pick
standard-
someone off Facebook or something, and we'll do one on there. Just give away
Yeah, no
some
problem.
new stuff, newbie stuff. I mean.
Because you also got some nice stuff to give away.
Yes, I have got the. This is from Jay Gabriel, actually. I've got the small rig. If anybody's interested.
Oh, those are cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Jay Gabriel donated this, and I put it in my drawer with some of the other, like, smaller things that were being donated instead of locks, and I stuck it in the drawer, and I completely forgot about it. And I was like, I saw this, and I saw a bunch of people asking about it, like on Facebook and stuff, and I thought, you know what? I think I have one of them in there for a giveaway. So if anybody wants to, you know, enter to get to win a small rig, just make a comment. We'll give this one away today. How's that? We'll just
Perfect.
Just everybody get your comments in, and we'll draw somebody, and someone can have a
Let's
small
just-
rig.
Let's just do that. Except we already have 21 entries in. So if you haven't commented yet on the in the chat,
Yeah.
do so to
From then
to
I
get
read.
in.
A small rig isn't a small rig. What is
Uh,
it? Is it it's a magic arm or lamps or
No, it's this right here that I have on my vise, and it holds.
it's a
the,
clamp? Okay.
Yeah, it's like a little. It works really nicely. So
Yeah. Wait, I can
A
show
rock
something.
biter.
yeah,
It's
It bites a lock.
it sure
I
does.
think it's this one.
Yes, that's the one.
But there was also a big version.
Oh, look at that one. That one looks mean.
Yeah,
Got some
I
eyes
made-
on it.
I made some. And this is the arm for this. It's pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a
I got
Decepticon.
the
Right?
ID from Nix. What is the name?
Nyx picks?
No,
I think there's somebody named Nyx picks.
Nixon or so. I think
Yeah.
Nixon is it. I will watch it fast. It is Nix. Where are you? Nixt. Nixx.
Oh yeah, the locksmith.
Could be, yeah. He got pretty cool ideas, and I thought, I want the small rig arms.
I think he's the locksmith. If it's the one I'm
Also,
thinking of, might be
Pretty
thinking of.
cool thing. If you,
Yeah.
if anyone considering going for it, I don't have it now here, but and I don't want to unscrew it. But here is, I think, 3. What it's called? It's 3 and yeah. There's 2 sizes of inch screws in here, and to put the normal size for camera equipment here, you have to put like an insert screw here, and you can
Oh,
get
yeah.
them on Amazon for like, I think it was €8 or so.
You can get them for far more cheaper.
Yeah, sure, but not
Uh,
as stainless steel from small rig. And I thought, come,
No, true. No,
I get
that's
the
true.
stainless. Yeah, I didn't find some stainless, so I thought I go for the original version. But yeah, I guess they are way cheaper normally.
It's
By
a
the way,
Chinesium
No, this is stainless.
I know. I'm just saying that the Chinese gyms are cheaper.
Yeah, sure. But I thought.
Are you guys talking about what Mike was asking about?
Mike is asking about something we missed, I think, in the chat.
No, he was asking about the quality of picks between Sparrows and Peterson and that sort of stuff.
But I can't.
I think Peterson is better quality than Sparrows for sure.
Okay.
That being said, I'm not a big fan of Peterson myself at this point. I have some. I use Peterson, so what's that?
This is multi-pick and Southward. I can judge about those two. But I can say
those are. I like.
Brilliant.
I like Southward and multi-pick kind of around the same.
Yeah.
Moki, I haven't tried, but I heard a lot of good things.
Jimmy Longs all the way at this point.
Yeah, didn't got yet.
Yeah, I like my Jimmy Longs for sure.
I love the Moki. I only have the set for the high pin counts, but for for picking pin tumblers, I've got one. I've only got one, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I love it.
I like Sparrows. I love Jimmy Longs. I like Lock tools. What I've picked the most on is this little Sparrows pick, which has been with me 3.5 years now without breaking it. I refile this edge a little bit because it gets rounded from so much use, but and I every once in a while this wears off and I just put a new one on. But I love the Jimmy Longs.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love the Jimmy Longs.
I love the Sparrows monkey
Jimmy
Longs. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. So yeah. But I have some Petersons and I have some and I have some Southwards. So, they're all good.
Yeah.
It's what you favor.
Exactly. So there is no good or bad. It's what fits you.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
Squiggle was asking what happened to Fish. He had to focus on his school, his teaching and everything because life caught up with him and the videos that he's making took a really long time to edit. And I checked up with him a couple weeks ago because someone else was asking about him in the chat, and he wanted to pass along that he appreciates people's concern and interest in his videos, and he is hoping to get back into it when he has more time. But I think he still has more plans, like in lock sport. I think he wanted to work on learning how to pick a multi-lock was a goal of his. But it's just he has a lot going on in his life between teaching and all the other projects that he's doing as well. I think he has some other kind of... Go ahead.
His videos were like lock documentaries of whatever he was explaining. I mean, and so it's understandable. Plus, you're right. He has kids. He's a teacher.
And I think he has something else too that he does too. That he is involved with some sort of security thing that kind of got him into lock sport in the first place. There's some sort of security.
Cool.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly off the top of my head. I can't remember. But yeah, he's a good guy.
Let's do the draw, by the way, because before we wander off too much. We still have 21 entries, so I'm just gonna hit it.
Hit it.
Hit it.
Lock Kraken's a winner.
Lock Kraken.
Congrats.
Nice.
Yeah, he needs one because, all those things that he ingests that will burn through, any holder that he could possibly hold a lock with.
He has already one.
Congratulations.
Lockpickwebwinkel says draw again. We can do that.
Oh, does he?
No problem.
All
Okay.
right.
Crank it up. Una
What a
más
mensch.
Oh, nice.
Clockwork Orange. I like that name.
I did too.
It's a good color.
All right.
Congratulations.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Email me or get a hold of LockHeat, and we'll get your address and where to send it to. And congratulations.
Congratulations, yeah. Another side note, we're in the last half an hour of the show. Just to
All right.
keep an eye out.
So,
Let's see what Evenflair's up to. He's never been on before, and he's doing something over there.
yes, welcome.
I think his audio was delayed, so we'll give him a chance to hear us and answer.
So, hello.
Hello.
Yes, the audio is delayed because I have headphones on because I can hear you better, but it's not working very well. Today I'm working on Third Man's Entrance by Dom. And this key is very interesting because it goes to the back.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh wow. Yeah.
One more.
I've not seen that on a challenge lock yet, so there's a first. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
These challenge lock makers are evil geniuses.
A lot of keys have reversible keyways, so you can just find the reversible key, then you can put it in the backside. That's smart.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's one that I know of, and if I can bring it to mind.
Well, the Schlag D is the reverse of the Schlag C, I think it was, right?
Yes, it was Schleg. That was
That's
that
one
was
of
fun
them.
to learn.
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me of a question. That reminds me of a question that popped up in my mind today. I was watching a video of somebody that was reviewing a mechanical lock for the inside of your door that you can put over your key, and it turns the key for you. You seen those things? Maybe. But as he
explain that again. Explain that again. What is it?
It's a mechanical locking mechanism that you can put over your key when it's inserted in the door on the inside, and it grabs hold of your key, so it can turn it for you when you're opening with your phones, for instance. It's a smart lock, but
okay, yeah, I know it.
Oh wow!
So you put
what?
You put your key in from the outside, and then it turns it for you on the inside.
No. You put the key in the inside, just like you normally do when you lock the door. You leave the key.
Okay, we don't do that very much here in North America. We usually just have thumb turns. We're low security here.
No, but there was one thing that caught my brain's thinking is like, if in my house, if I do the key on the inside, I can't put the key on the outside because the keyhole is partially blocked by the key on the inside. So how would you
work on both
sides? Is that by design, or why is that?
It's by design because sometimes a lot of them can be designed to have keys put in from both sides and still work.
Yeah.
That being said, it can also be what's that?
Isn't there mechanically like a pin which is pushed to the other side which blocks the other key?
It could be. But it's a pain in the ass because if one of my kids are at home and they put the key in the inside so they don't lose it or go outside without it, I can't get in from the outside.
That's the point that Fleur brought up that I was wondering too. Is like if the key isn't locked in place, then there's a security like a security flaw that you could potentially turn the key from the outside, even though it's on the inside, and then actually actuate the lock.
But I think
Without having to really pick anything. If you can reach through it, if you can feel the key with your key when you butt up against it, then you could reach through it and grab it and twist it somehow. You know, then you could actually open the lock. So
yeah,
I don't know. I need to see the lock to see how. Like they probably have that as something in mind, but I think that's what Fleur meant by a pin holding the key in place when it's not being used.
Real quick, LockHeat. Lockwood Orange said to draw again because he's in Switzerland. So he said for us to draw again. So one more time, hopefully.
Uno más tiempo.
Was it a problem?
Roll those dice.
I guess being in Switzerland means that you can't win prizes.
Well, we could still send it. I mean, I just didn't know. Said roll the dice again. Do you have something you can send them from your end, LockHeat? Isn't that closer to where you are?
Yeah, that's no problem. That's what I was saying. It's no problem to send it his way. So if that's the problem, don't be, because it isn't the problem.
Yeah, if that's what it is, let us know. And
never send something to Switzerland.
Because LockHeat also has
one other thing,
some cool
Isaac,
stuff too. But go ahead, Chris.
Isaac mentioned here in the United States, on the inside of our exterior doors, generally we have a thumb turn. And the reason we have that is a lot of places, the safety codes demand that you don't have it keyed on the inside, because if you misplace your key and there's a fire or something, your ass isn't getting out. So
exactly,
that's basically how ours are set up. So there, I mean, just one more aspect of like U.S. locks.
That's why sometimes we get calls for people asking to install a double-sided lock, and if it's in a place where there's no other exit or anything, then we have to tell them that legally we can't.
Legally,
because liable
against safety codes, fire codes, and safety codes, and it's the same thing. Like my apartment buildings, they all have to have thumb turns on the inside, and that's in Los Angeles County, and I live in Altadena. But that's also in Los Angeles County, so it would be the same at my place, and probably throughout California, and I would not be surprised if it isn't across the country. Well, you're in Canada, right, Isaac?
Yeah.
So same there. It's a safety issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've never seen that here, and I'm, on the other side of the states, and I've never seen it here either, so I'm pretty sure it's probably all over here.
There are sometimes places have double-sided locks, but sorry, what's that, Chris?
Well, for a while you could still buy them here, because they had stock left over after they changed the lock of Schlags and Quicksets and stuff like that, but I don't think I've seen one forever, a double key in and out for an exterior type lock.
I see it, but only in places when there's other exits.
Right.
Especially on glass storefront doors, because one of the common break-in methods is people break the glass and then turn the thumb turn.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they design those to have another exit that can be accessed, or another doorway or something inside, as long as there's another area that you can go to escape the fire or way out, then they can have the double-sided lock there.
Yeah.
But there's certain, it's not straightforward. It's not like you have to look up the code and
But there
Have to
must
be very
be.
careful. There must be what?
Yep. There must be egress.
Yeah, exactly.
Egress is ingress, and egress. Egress is get your ass out without a problem.
Same thing, even just for the placement of the handle. Like the handle can't be put too high up for fire code because if it's too high up, then the kid wouldn't be able to reach it and open the door or something.
Exactly.
Or a short person or something.
Or a cat.
Have you seen, off subject, Chris, have you seen the video going around on Facebook, whatever, something or another, one of them reels? There's a cat that he jumps up and unlatches the door and then opens it. It's insane.
I have seen that. I have seen that.
Cats are smart.
Way to go. Way to go.
I was dying. Made me think of Slinky.
Slinky's getting pretty lazy. I mean, she's 6 now, and so she's a lot lazier on some of the things.
Or she just has you trained better.
Well, that's true. But with all the rains, the back door swelled a little bit, and so I kind of had to turn around and hit it with my butt. And so since then, she won't nose at her pod open, even when it's ajar. It's like, come on, man, you're like really losing motivation here.
Two things I wanted. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
She's sleeping right now. I mean, that's.
Two things I wanted to bring up was first of all, Sherelle said that they use a double-sided lock on their door, and I have a funny story about that. But before I do, I just want to say my second thing is, LockHeat, get your butt back on here. There's no excuse now.
He tries every time, and you catch him every time. He's gonna kill you.
The crazy clown is gonna get me. He's gonna turn up the volume to 10 and just make a giant uh-oh sound.
Uh-oh!
Uh-oh. But so with Sherelle, what Sherelle was saying is, I've had to install double-sided deadbolts specifically for a family that their mother had dementia or something like that, and she kept wandering outside, and they're worried that she was going to get lost or something.
Yeah.
So they needed to lock her in, which was a little bit different, but they were her caretakers, their legal caretakers, and they had other access points too, but she had that history of wandering out, so they needed to have some way to protect her. So we've had sometimes a couple calls like that.
I do want to say that just this, from your pep talk, Isaac, just this session, I'm getting much better at getting the Primus top pins picked.
Good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, having said that, now I probably won't be able to do it because you're featuring me, but I'm a little more relaxed on it. It's like, okay, yeah, we could do this. See?
Exactly. That's the main thing, I think, in life in general is I believe a lot in self-fulfilling prophecy. If you tell yourself, oh, I'm going to struggle with this, or I'm going to have a hard time, then you will. But if you tell yourself, okay, this is going to be a challenge, I know it's not necessarily going to be easy, but I'll be able to get through it just with enough time and practice, not putting any requirements or deadlines on yourself or anything, but just saying, as long as this is a hobby and I love this stuff and I keep working on it, I'll get there. That confidence, that even just that little bit of confidence goes so far, I find.
And you're right, it goes for everything in life. It really does. It's like if yes?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Well, if you think it's going to be a bitch, it's like, oh God, I got to do taxes again. It's going to be a really pain in the ass. Then you're going to avoid it, and it is going to be a pain.
Why
in
do you
the
have to
ass.
bring
But
up taxes?
Right? We're all like,
sorry.
thanks, Chris.
Right? Everybody's like mashing of teeth.
God, the taxes.
Oh, I got an idea.
Did you say
Next week,
taxes?
all tax time on picking time.
I'm sorry. You may ban me if you want.
All right, he's got the
We'll
schedule
We'll
sheet.
fill out our Texas altogether.
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't mean to
But
interrupt you.
if you think something's going to be a bitch, then self-fulfilling prophecy, and it will be. If you take it like a challenge and face it like a lady or a man, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, and plus you have a lot of talent. Like you're a really good picker, so it's not like you don't have that skill. You know, it's just a matter of having the right tools and knowledge to back up the skill.
Yeah, and I was actually going to go off of that comment, something right along the same lines, is just say that you pick so much stuff, Chris, that sometimes I know when I sat down to pick this thing, it's every lock's different, but this one's like a kind of a more in process, like a bigger process to learn it, but it's a lot different, and so you're always picking stuff, and you're so good at picking everything that it's probably harder for you to narrow down your not your focus, but just kind of narrow it down to picking this one thing for a longer period of time, because you get stuff open so easily, you know. So this one's kind of like you have to kind of reset your feedback and all that crap, you know, like, because these are just each lock's different, but you find you go through them so quick because you don't really have to reset your thinking to pick all those other ones, you know. So
right.
That could be it too, because you have to kind of get used to it or something again.
It's not like my Isaac's Emhart, where it's like, oh, 5 seconds, and then it got a lot of them, and then it was like 20 seconds, and then I went for it. And it's like,
I am exaggerating a little bit. I did work on the lock for a day or two.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
Like,
no, I know
for a couple hours, and you know.
Yeah.
But it felt like, compared to some of other locks that I've spent, weeks or months on, that's
right.
You know.
My 3 months on the Medico in the beginning.
Yeah, that you have your own story with that too. I remember you talking about that and how much that influenced you. Progressive pinning.
This little guy, before I even had a channel, and I mean, I had my heart set on picking this, and it literally, I worked on it for 3 months, and I finally could do it. So
wow.
And progressive pinning, both back 2 or 3 in the back, and then go 2 or 3 in the front, and then go some in the middle, and I mean, you name it. 3 months. But then
it's amazing how after that point you can just do it again, like multiple times.
Isn't that hilarious how that happens
like
too?
You struggle, you can't pick it at all, and then all of a sudden you can just pick it multiple times and at record speeds.
Well, yeah, that has happened with a lot of locks. Actually, it hasn't happened with that one because I've never gotten that one on camera. But I kind of went all through that before I even had, a camera or, a channel. But like a lot of the lever locks, where it took me 3 months just to get it open, and then I finally get it on camera, and then I could pick it up in, 3 out of 4 times. I could pick it without hitting false gates or anything and pop the sucker. So you kind of wonder, why was I struggling? Well, you forget how much you've learned and how much road you've put behind you on knowledge and feel and muscle memory and all that good stuff.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. On that same note, my U9, I spent a while on it, and I picked it the first time, and it took me like 20-something minutes. And I kept working on it because that's kind of for me, whenever I pick a lock for the first time, I keep working on it until I can pick it in maybe under 10 minutes, is kind of my goal. And but then after that, I stopped working on it. I haven't touched it for like maybe a month or so now, and I bet you if I went back to it, I'd probably struggle on it and not be able to pick it for a couple days or so.
Yeah, well, it's plus you pick a lot of different locks. A lot of us do, and so you kind of get up on one style or kind, and then you're a little rusty on the other ones, but it comes back.
Yeah. Even Fleur said his phone died and he couldn't figure out how to
Sorry,
zoom.
my phone started ringing and cut me out.
That's okay. But he will join another time though when he can figure that out. Well, I can tell you, I figured out that the app, whatever this is that we stream through, doesn't let you zoom. So you have to just move your phone or whatever closer to the to what you're working on in order to actually zoom in. It's a little bit annoying, but
yeah, you got to frame it. And then you leave it there.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I mean, eventually you get it figured out.
By the way, Fleur, check it out.
Very cool. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Where am I? Oh, yeah. Awesome.
He's sending an SOS. He doesn't feel safe.
He was the one who was saying every here. There you go. That's what I was waiting for. Trampoline.
It's a trampoline.
You bet, buddy. I'm glad that you made it out.
It's definitely a trampoline pin.
All right. Well, I'm going to get off. Thank you, Isaac, Lady Locks. Thank you, everybody. It was another great picking time alive.
It's really nice to see you, Chris, every week. Also. So yeah, touch base. Let me know how it's going on the Primus and whenever you're wanting to work on that asset too.
Oh, I shall. Oh, did you want to see my stitches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a minor surgery, and that might have slowed me down on this a little bit. So I had a minor surgery. This is an old one, skin cancer, and this is the new one. It's pretty nasty.
It looks good though. It looks good.
Yeah, it's good, and I'm not gonna.
What's that one from?
It all out. It's a skin cancer. Oh, the things are coming off, but I'm healed, so I can take this out myself.
Now.
Well, don't
touching it.
Yeah.
No, leave it alone. This is the wrong time.
Isaac, is this
no?
Right? Is this?
You have to do Vegemite first.
Slap some Vegemite on there.
Quick intervention.
On there.
All right, guys.
Well,
and ladies.
I see a Kraken sticker in the background, so just remember.
You'll be in my thoughts and prayers, Chris.
Thank you. All right, guys. We will see you next week.
All right, Chris. Thank you for
Awesome.
stopping.
Thank you, Chris.
Take it easy, Chris.
Bye.
Take care, brother.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. Dana says, don't pick the stitch. Oh, my.
It's don't pick stitches in use.
Or not your own.
Yeah.
Rule 2, 10, something.
Oh my gosh. Oh, great. Oh my. I still can't get this one to work. I feel Chris's pain. I like Kraken's got the matching lock to the nail polish now.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, he's accessorizing, guys. That's what you call accessorizing.
Yeah, you would have one of those if it didn't apparently just like fall out of the envelope.
Yeah. I can't stand my mail guy. I have envelopes. I got an envelope from the Lockpicker 1969 and had a hole in it. I'm like,
What?
I swear that my mailman goes through my stuff. I swear.
Well, at least your mailman has a Kraken pack lock now, and whatever else I shoved in there.
I just imagine your mailman being like some perv who's like hoping to see something else, and then's like, "Oh, what's this? Just a bunch of locks."
Yeah, he's bored of my stuff now. He's like, I'm tired of carrying this crap. What the hell? He's dumping them off as he goes because it's too heavy.
Why are they looking in your mail? That's so invasive.
Yeah,
I
I forget what I sent Lady Locks, but she apparently only got like the Lockwood and I think the Kraken stickers, and I had sent like a whole bunch of other crap.
Yeah, I got the Lockwood and the Kraken stickers, and you sent the Kraken logo lock and some. I thought you said a poker chip, or maybe I was wrong about that. I can't remember.
No, I think I sent you a bag of chips.
Yeah, at that all I got was the and I showed him the envelope.
I think I sent
too,
you someone's challenge lock too, so I guess that's just fucking gone now. Oh,
yeah.
Should I be swearing on picking time?
Oh. There we go. Lucky, right on time.
Yeah, throw some beeps in there.
Fair centric.
Oh, we're
right
getting demonetized now.
Well, damn! Now we're demonetized.
We're gonna be outcasts now. Oh my. Yeah, but I found and then I kept finding my envelopes just always were looking just like somebody tried getting in them a couple times, and I just get so suspicious ever since Kraken sent me that stuff, and but the one that the Lockpicker 1969 sent, it had what was supposed to be in it, but there was a hole in the envelope, so it just made me feel like that's so weird.
Oh, at least now there's some picking time packing tape.
Yeah, I did get.
You didn't want any of that stuff.
Yeah.
LadyLocks sent me an envelope last week with a few locks and some stickers, and the customs tore it apart. But they fixed it, but it was nicely cut open on all sides.
Man. Yeah, oh, go ahead, Isaac.
I was just gonna say I had a weird mail experience when Terry sent me that handle for my Abloy pick that I showed you guys a little while ago.
Yeah.
So he sent me that handle, and apparently it was supposed to come in some sort of plastic case, or maybe an end mill case. He said maybe it was made out of metal. I guess I'm not sure. I think he said he made some end mill case for it. I don't know. I never got the case. So I don't know what it was. I just got that wrapped up in paper and stuff, and also in the same package, there was Taiwanese jelly underwear. I don't know what that was about. That's what it was called, Taiwanese jelly underwear.
Wait, should I start sending out Taiwanese jelly underwear of all of my packages now?
I asked him about it, and he was like, "No, I didn't send that." And also, there should have been an end mill case with the handle.
How do you ask somebody that? Did you happen to
I was really
these?
confused. I wanted to contact, Canada Post and help whoever ordered these jelly underwear to get their stuff.
Oh gosh.
But yeah,
I sent that to you. So
caught
you
me
have
a little
to
bit
pick
off
the locks
guard.
while wearing jelly underwear.
At first, I thought he sent me something cool, extra, or as a gift. I'm like, oh, this is. I wonder what he sent me. This is more than just a handle. I started taking it apart. I was like,
it's
what?
More than you can
what?
handle.
I was like, that's a weird gift.
Oh my god.
I didn't know what to say. How to handle it.
Oh
At
my
first,
God.
I didn't even want to ask him. I didn't even want to be
Right?
like,
I
"Did you
don't-
send me this?" I wasn't sure if I should have I should like thank him and be like,
What are you
"Thank
wearing
you
right
for
now?"
the gift."
Watch out, Kraken is taking notes.
Yeah. Yeah. So what did you do with those?
I kept them for like half a year, not sure what to do with them. I eventually threw them out.
You should have
Just
set
throw them
them
in
on
another
like a
package.
challenge lock.
Honestly, I kept them much longer than I should have.
I can see Isaac going, oh man, do I gotta ask about this?
I was literally standing there for like half an hour, like contemplating what to do.
I can picture that.
I wasn't sure. It's like, should I message him or should I just like not say anything?
Should I never ask for anything from him again?
He was like, you should sue Canada Post. Here, we wouldn't tolerate that sort of thing. I think he was more concerned about the end mill case, though.
Yeah, and you're going, no, there's literally... Oh gosh. I can picture Isaac standing there looking at it going, oh. Why me?
Just trying to think if there's people in my life I could give it to that would have any use for
He's
it.
like, can I re-gift these?
Just wrap up a challenge lock and send it back out.
Oh god, now Kraken's dipping chocolate in Vegemite. I can't.
Lock picking gal, please no. It's no thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's all he needs now.
Oh my god. My blood pressure's going up just watching this.
I know. He's crazy. He's gonna eat that. It's a sin. You shouldn't be allowed to dip chocolate in Vegemite. I already said he's probably
Full
gonna
disclaimer,
go to hell
if you guys send me any candy underwear, I'm gonna bring it on to picking time.
You'll have your cat in it. That'll be so mean.
It's gonna be you're gonna have to suffer with me.
Oh Lord. Chris missed that story.
Lady Locks and I laugh like after in our picking time we chat sometimes and we've had some funny conversations. Literally laughing my ass off.
Oh gosh. I needed that laugh today. That was hilarious. Oh my. Oh no, he's going for the hot chips.
Going crazy.
He's gonna do it and then he's gonna fall over. Look,
Yeah, I thought like
imagine. Oh my god.
Imagine putting like a bowl of Tostitos somewhere and just putting like one or two of those in the bowl.
That would be so mean, but funny, but mean.
But funny.
Oh god.
Just like opening and randomly putting it. I bet you'd make all of them spicy though.
Look, you can't even touch it with your hands because it's gonna burn it. And oh god.
Oh god, that tastes like ass.
What is he?
I'm more surprised you know how it tastes.
Food with, they put no consideration into the flavor.
Oh god, even Fleur said he heard there was a candied Taiwanese underwear giveaway coming up soon. How does he wants to get in on it? Comes with a special jar of Vegemite donated by Kraken.
Oh no, I am not donating my Vegemite jar. That's mine. Get your own.
Gosh.
Wow, that is I've had things that are spicier, but they at least tasted good. This thing tastes terrible.
So nothing.
Wash it down with more Vegemite.
Yeah. He will. Oh my.
Yeah, I've had things that were hotter, but wow, they put like no consideration to what it was supposed to taste like. That's bad.
You'd think the hot would overpower the gross taste.
Well, you would think, but I put like 2 million Scoville like ghost pepper flakes on like my lunch, so I might be a little more sensitive to flavor than the heat.
Yeah, that's true.
I like the giveaway challenge that I think I forget who it was or when it was or whatever, but I remember Pig in Paradise did like go through my videos and recreate a parody of one of my videos. That was a fun one. And then the challenge, so I did that, and the challenge that I did the parody of was also a fun one, which is picking a lock underwater. And he didn't. I chose specifically a video of him doing someone else's challenge. I could have chosen a video of him just picking a lock or something too. So it doesn't like the parody didn't need to be of him doing another giveaway challenge or something. But I chose the underwater picking one because I felt like it would have been the best for the parody video, and he really liked the parody video too.
That would be a cool idea.
He goes in a lake. He's like on a boat, and he goes down the boat. Or he's like the boat is going down the water, I should say, and he's going under this bridge, and some kids are yelling over at them. Then after they pass the bridge, they are in this big kind of open water area, and they throw a lock in the water, and they dive down, and he gets it and picks it underwater, and then brings it back up. And then he's like, I did that on my first try. But you could see him like sitting there for a second, picking the lock, and then going back up and showing it was open. But my gosh. I did a parody video of that. I didn't have a lake, so I used my bathtub. That was fun.
Oh yeah, pick in the bathtub. Just make sure you censor all the right parts.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh goodness.
I also saw a challenge where someone pick a lock without his thumbs. That was also a funny one.
What was it? Pick a lock what?
Without your thumbs.
Oh.
You find your thumb away, and you have to pick it without it.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know who it was, but I think I saw it on Reddit.
Oh. Yeah, that was one of the challenges that I did as well. And I have a video on that. That was, I think, by
maybe it was your video.
That was Feral. It wasn't me who made the challenge, but it was Feral Shooter who made the challenge, and I made a video where I picked a multi-lock without using my thumbs, and that was fun.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did you
so
buy
I have
right? With like rubber
I tape my thumbs on.
Yeah, it could be your video then.
Yeah, I tape my whole hand up. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll post a link in the chat here when my hands are free.
Dana stuck behind a pen. She remembers that, and Kraken says he remembers that too.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, folks, I think I'm going to take off now.
Well, thank you for hanging out with us.
Thanks again for another fun one.
It's always good to see you.
Likewise.
By the way, your real name is Ken, right?
No, that's Kraken.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I just saw someone calling someone else Ken when you were talking, so I was thinking they were talking to you. So I was wrong. Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
I could drop everything.
Catch everybody next time.
Have
take
a
care,
good one.
buddy.
Take it easy, everybody.
Oh, and really nice interview, by the way. That was if anybody hasn't seen the interview with Paracentric on Lockpicker 1969's channel, definitely go check it out because that was a nice interview.
Thanks, man. That was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Talking about old times.
There's still several interviews. I'm like way behind on the Lockpicker 1969's interviews. Like,
yeah, don't fall behind. Just watch them as they come. Yeah.
I also like the one with Jimmy Longs, by the way.
Yeah, Jimmy, he did 2 interviews this week. That's right. One at the beginning and then one right at the end here.
Yeah, I gotta watch them once.
Does someone from you know this American log? I'm too tired to pick anymore.
Yeah, you sure? We sure we picked for a while on here. What? Get you tired out, that's for sure. Get some good practice in.
I picked
that one looks crazy.
I picked too long today, I guess.
Nice bidding.
I didn't watch it. Yeah, right.
I think we need to get like the Lockpicker 1969 to interview some of these people who are like in chat but don't like really make videos themselves. Like, I'd like to know about some of the more you like, where I know who you are, but you don't really have a YouTube channel.
Right.
I'm more curious about folks like Bosnia and Bill, for example, that retired or just went on with other things, how they are doing.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people would be interested in that. But I also think that to get to that point, like it's good to have like a backlog of other interviews, and not just for like reputation, but also for the sake of experience, you know, because the more that he does interviews, the better he gets at doing the interviews and interviewing people and going through the process of filming it and editing it and posting it, and all of that. So, you know, the more that he does that, the better it'll be when he eventually does an interview with someone with like a really big channel like Lock Noob or Lockpicking Lawyer or whatever. But I'm sure it'll get to that point too, because nobody else is doing what he's doing, and he's doing
a great job with it.
Exactly. So
yeah.
I have no doubt it'll get to that point. But I think it's good that he's building up like a first interviewing the people in the community that actually make up the community, because you know I hope, like, and it might be a bit of a controversial question, but I hope that he would ask, you know, guys like, you know, Lockpicking Lawyer and Bosnia and Bill, why they're not more active in the lock sport community and why they just focus on their own channel. Well, Bosnia and Bill, I know the answer a little bit more, but with Lockpicking Lawyer, you know, I know that he's super popular and stuff, but I think it's an important question to be asked, because I think it's one of the things that I don't like about seeing those bigger guys, how they disconnect themselves from the community. And Lock Noob is a perfect example of what the right way to do it, because he's not super like talking in the community every day all the time, whatever, but he is involved. And if you really want to message him, you can message him on the Discord or whatever, and you know, if you can reach out to him. He's also doesn't have like 1 million subscribers, but you know, he's getting there.
Right.
But yeah, but he's.
And he
He
is
does,
doing
I think-
operations with like Multipick and designing
Exactly.
stuff. So he's a big player
Which-
in the scene, I guess.
Which Bosnian Bill and Lockpicking Lawyer both have done as well to some degree.
Yeah.
But they've totally changed. Like Bosnian Bill is not making videos anymore, anyways, and I don't think it's really fair to talk about him too much because of his life situation that came up that changed his ability to film and everything. I don't know if people know, but he had some kids that he had to adopt because he's like their godfather, and their parents passed away from COVID, and it was like this crazy situation, and totally uprooted his life and changed everything. So
yeah, that's a shame.
yeah, so and also he was there was like there was already some tension between him and some of the lock sport community, so I think he just wanted to focus on other things and focus on his family and stuff. So it's not really fair to like pressure
something
them, but
like
I think
that.
it's an important
Yeah, for
question
sure.
to ask,
Right.
you know, to be like, so what's your view on involvement in the lock sport community, something like that, you know?
Right.
So, but yeah, anyways, I think Lockpicker 1969 is doing a really good job, and when he gets to that point, he'll do a great interview with them too.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be cool to see. But
Oh, good
I
job,
like hearing
Swiggle,
about
by
everyone
the
in
way.
the community too. You know, that's a lot of fun.
The same goes, by the way, for Deviant Olam.
Yeah, Deviant Olam
is a
great.
great picker, but he is also active, or still active.
Yeah. And also, the thing is, like, you look at guys like Dave, and he doesn't even advertise his website. Like, he goes out of his way to not even say his, like, to not even say the name of the website. Sometimes he'll be like, okay, fine, I'll say the name. It's Red Team Tools, whatever, right? But he does it. He sells his stuff super cheap, and, like, he also gives stuff, like, he gives the STL files for free, so you can print a lot of the stuff he sells for free yourself. Like, it's not about the money for him, and he just, like, I mean, I'm sure that money is important to him, and he makes money doing his career and, you know, red team type of entry and that sort of stuff, and security analysis for companies and all of that. But, you know, like, that's one of the problems I have with the Covert Instrument website and some of the stuff that they sell. That being said, some of the stuff on the Covert Instrument website is actually decently priced. I'll say that. Like, the leashy tools are decently priced. Blanks that they sell, or some keys, are priced not too far off from what you would have to pay from any kind of store or whatever anyways. But it's certain things that, like, I'm not too big fan of that, like, I think it's just maybe a little bit more pricey than what I would have liked to see it at. Not like by crazy amounts, but it just shows that it's not like his intention no longer is about, like, trying to give back to the community, but more profit off of it. My opinion.
Yeah. Because,
Yeah.
the last year there wasn't any video that he doesn't mention it. So yeah.
Yeah. But on the same note, I think any single person, including myself, that have really, almost everybody that I've ever heard about how they got into lock sport in the last 2 or 3 years, especially, have been because they watched a lockpicking lawyer video at some point on YouTube. So for all the, you know, it's not hate. It's not hate towards him. I want to just make that clear. It's more like strong feelings because I'm so passionate about what he's done.
Right.
Isaac, can you repeat the name of this guy you mentioned earlier with the head disease?
A Monitor Darkly, is that the one?
A Monitor Darkly. Yeah. I didn't find him yet because A Monitor Darkly.
Can you spell it?
Yeah.
That's the one with the shaky hands that I was talking about?
Does he have blue flower as an icon? Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
does he? Oh, thanks. Nice. Oh yeah, he picks awesome locks.
And that just goes to show how hard it is to find.
Can somebody share his name in the chat so I can copy it and copy the link
so
back?
hard. That drives me up a wall because you want to see other people in the community's videos sometimes when you're looking for a video and you don't want to see the. Yeah, we'll get that shared. I'll look on.
This lock is hard.
What was that?
Alpha FB. I'm still working on it. Alpha FB.
Oh jeez.
It's 4 rows of pins.
Oh my.
Somewhere between 10 to 20 pins in the lock, depending on the model.
Oh, nice. He picked the icon VSV exterior.
Yeah, he's picked pretty much any hard lock that you can think of.
Yeah, I see it. Crazy.
And look how old some of the videos are.
Yeah, he started like 3 years ago, I guess. But he stopped making videos, maybe? 1 year
I think
ago.
over the last, he hasn't made videos for the last little bit. I don't think that means that he stopped. Like, I haven't made videos for the last year or two, but it doesn't mean I stopped. Just, other things. It's not like YouTube is mainly just a passion for most of us, so.
Right. That's the whole thing about YouTube. A lot of creators on YouTube are all in for the subs and the views and that sort of stuff. Our community is purely about sharing the stuff, regardless on how many subs you got or how many views. That doesn't, for us, that doesn't count.
Right.
Or is it the main goal, so to speak?
So the link I just shared is the one to that the challenge video where you guys are talking about the no thumbs.
Absolutely crazy what he's doing.
What's that?
I just watched a short part of Aim on It Darkly, and it's crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty inspiring watching.
But as you mentioned, he has something. It's just a little bit shaky, but it's. I thought it will keep you from be able to picking. Crazy.
Yeah, but he can do very good, like a very good at it.
Lakeview's back.
Oh, hey,
We're about to
Lakeview.
wrap it up too. Poor
I
Lakeview.
know. I went outside and I tried to pull my phone off as best as I could, and then I came back. I was so excited you guys were still streaming.
Well, we're about to end the stream anyways. Kraken's phone's dying. I don't think anybody's left picking.
Okay. I was gonna go back to this comfort lock here.
But do
LadyLocks, while I was away on my break, I did have a chance to semi-gut that slider lotto. So I got it out. So,
Oh, did you? Okay.
I just have to figure out how to take this little tiny clip off in here. Let's see if I can get it
Good luck
right.
with that. Oh man.
Right up here. It's just a tiny. There it is. There's some kind of clip. I'm gonna have to get that out of there. And I can maybe break this thing down for us. Right there. See that little brass?
Yeah.
That's holding everything in. So I'm not sure if that's a spring-loaded wafer or if it's a clip.
That's
Doesn't look like a
on
clip. Sorry, guys.
which
go ahead.
lock?
That's a slider, the nylon lotto lock.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but it's a first.
You cut it
time.
open?
No, it came with the.
Oh, it's
got a
cuttable.
rust through. Yeah, it's got
Cool.
the little metal tab in there. Very similar to the.
So get that clip off. Pop it open.
I don't know if it's a clip actually, or if it's a spring-loaded wafer, because you could see it there, but when I turn it this way, there's no way to physically get a hold of it from the side.
Whoa.
So excuse me for the
push
dirty
it,
fingers.
try pushing it down.
Picking worms. Okay, I'll grab a pick here.
Try pushing it down and see if it will go in.
I gotta learn how to look through my eyes instead of through my phone. There we go. Yeah, it disappears.
So then you should be able to slide it through now.
Okay, let's get a follower, folks. Sorry, I'm postponing your...
You don't even need a follower for this one. There's no driver pins.
True. Okay, so this would be... Let's open this. Get that in there. There we go. Wow, look at that.
Nice.
Cool.
A live gutting.
And when you take the key out, the sliders will become loose. They'll be able to fall out.
That rear disc that I just depressed just popped out, hit me in the forehead.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I found it though.
And did you find the springs?
That.
The spring's still in there, thank God.
Okay, good.
That hit me right in the forehead. I don't know which orientation it came out, if it was this way or if it was...
Well, it can either be one way or the other, so...
Yeah.
Try both ways.
This thing's loaded. Wow, look at that.
That's cool.
There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 sliders. Maybe this is just the bottom.
I think that's just the other side of the sliders.
Yeah, so we got 12 to deal with from this. I'm scared to pull the key out now, to be honest.
Yeah, everything's gonna go. Make sure you got a hold of it.
I don't think they're spring loaded, so you should be able to just move and just be careful that they don't all slide out at once. But if they do, just work them into the right places with the key.
Yeah, where's my tweezers here? Just try to get a quick one out before you guys shut down for the night. It's such a cool time, guys. Like, I have so much fun. I'm so disappointed in my setup because I can't stay for longer. It overheats and everything starts smelling like burnt plastic.
By the way,
a cheap little webcam. That's all. That's all you need is just something small,
Yeah.
You could probably find something decent online. Probably on Amazon, actually.
So I was able to get a hold of the top of the 2 sliders, the first 2.
Go for it if it's on offers.
Here they come here.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
There doesn't seem to be any false gates on this. So I might have to pick top and bottom wafers with this. I struggled with the Illinois Duo the other night live with you guys last weekend, and I've been able to open those relatively easy. And then as soon as I do the live stream, my fingers turn into thumbs, my hands start shaking. But yeah, everything here is just standard. There's no serrations or anything.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Very cool.
But yeah, it's still a really cool lock. And it's a good intro into slider locks, but you should get into ones that have some false gates because they're pretty fun. They're fun locks.
Absolutely. I have this Medico Duracam that I've been working on. It's I don't have a key for it.
That's a dimple lock.
Yeah, I was able to get the when you gut this on the inside. Oh, come on, focus.
That's not a Duracam though.
It's not. It's got driverless key pins, and they're serrated all the way around.
That's a regular cam. I'll show you. Here, I'll go grab a Duracam and I'll show you. But yeah, go on.
But yeah, this thing here, like I've never seen pins like it. You have to lift and rotate, and there's a tiny little pin inside for that sidebar. It's only a 4-pin lock, but
so that's like a pin tumbler version of of this one. So this is the Duracam.
Oh,
And this
okay.
is
It's
the
like a
key.
dimple.
Yeah, exactly. It's a dimple version of that lock.
Yeah, but when I got this, it doesn't even need the key. You just take the tail piece off and the little cam stop.
Yeah, there's no driver pins. No, it's
Yeah.
just a hole.
It just comes right out, and you can see the sidebar there. When I actually slid this copper plate out, I was able to get that out and get the pins out. And I have never seen pins in a lock like that before, where they had to be lifted and rotated with a hole in the side of the pin for the sidebar finger pins to go into. So
Yeah, very cool lock.
cool.
Yeah.
And then I've also been progressive pinning this original medical. It's 6 pins.
How many pins is the cam lock? Was it a 4-pin or a 5-pin?
This is
Or is it a 6
4.
pin?
This is 4.
So I think it's ranked at brown belt, I believe.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, the cam lock.
Okay. And the medical 6 pin here.
That's purple.
My problem is getting this pin set because I've progressive pin with 2, and I've picked it. I've done it with 3 and picked it. Now with the 4th pin in, I can't get this pin to set because all my hooks, they don't go deep enough. The shaft will interfere with these 2 pins. And then the only other thing that I can think is the SS Dev picks that I have from Sparrows, but they're in 15,000s, and I'm really scared to bend them or break them. But there's one hook that absolutely clears these 2. Because I don't know medicals very well, but that's a very low cut pin. And I feel like as soon as I touch it, it's going to overset something. But when I progressive pin with 3, I can get in there with the high reach.
I think a thin pick is the right way to go. Use the thin pick and see if you can rotate them as you lift. But
yeah,
I wanted to also I have that video that I posted for that contest for picking Paradise's thing. I posted it privately. I didn't share it because it's a little bit more I guess personal. But it was funny. So I still have it on my channel, and I'll share it in the chat for just
I'm not sure if any of you guys saw my post there in the comments while I was waiting for everything to cool down on my phone. But I have a challenge lock out called the Blue Dream, and Paradise was the first guy to pick it. And what a rush that was to see that thing picked live. Like I put hours into that. I tried to pick it myself, and it kicked my damn butt.
Yeah, Paradise is a great picker.
Yeah, he got the Yuma 750 open, and I was lucky enough to watch that live too. That was a pretty cool experience.
So that was, he was the first person to do that.
Yeah, it was like
okay, I think LockHeat is wanting to go to bed. I can hear it in his voice. He's going to send the clown after us.
But do hang around in the StreamYard after the show, so you can guys talk even more if you want. But
so the after party.
Yeah. So keep on hanging.
You just stay on there, and if anybody's staying after, you can still hang out with them. It just won't be live streaming. That's all. But you guys could still pick and chat and whatnot.
No,
that's when it becomes not safe for work.
Exactly. But on that, I see you all. Thanks for joining, and see you guys all next week. It was a blast again.
Thank you guys. Thank you everybody in the comments for hanging out. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.
Good night,
Have a great week, everybody. Take care.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.